welcome to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. I'm Lauren Hill, joined by Ken Oda and Evan Epstein, and we are getting you ready for Game 1 this weekend against the Austin Bruins. So number 2 versus number 3 in the Central Division this weekend. We talked about it in the weekend preview in Toros All Access this week. But what can we expect to see this weekend in Spam Town, USA?
I would expect this Toro group to come out a little bit harder than maybe we've seen the last few weekends. I know Cody wasn't thrilled with the effort, and the guys paid for it a little bit during practice this week. So hopefully they've learned their lesson.
This is the first of 4 games in a row against the Austin Bruins, and the Toros and Bruins both have 77 points. Toros currently hold the tiebreaker, which is more wins this season. I think this game is going to be very telling as to the next 4, which we're really going to see these two teams try and decide who will have home fields for that first playoff series.
All right, well, let's take a look at the recap of last Saturday's tough loss against the North Iowa Bulls.
Halfway through the first period, Dennis Hodas enters the Toro zone on the right side and managed to squeeze the puck under the arm of Will Mazenko. With under 2 minutes to go in the period, Cole Weirin finding Jack Severson in the middle. A touch pass sets up Sang-Hab Kim's one-timer on the left wing as the Bulls took a 2-0 lead to the first intermission. Toros would respond in the second. Jack Edwards feeds Landon Fleming in the high slot. Fleming finds the puck off his skate and rifles one in to cut the deficit to 1. Later, with the Bulls on the power play, Evan Johnson's shot gets tipped in by Michael Malatino as the Bulls restore their 2-goal lead. The Toros would respond with a power play goal of their own. Billy Batten, moving in from the goal line, slipped one past Kyle Osgun, making it a 3-2 game. However, just 40 seconds later, a defensive zone turnover would give the puck to the Bulls, and Davis Higley's shot was saved by Svedin, but Cole Weirin right there to clean up the rebound as the Bulls' lead was 4-2. And then the Bulls would tack on the empty netter to finish up a 5-2 win over the Toros.
All right, well, now let's take a look at our updated Noodles numbers brought to you by Noodles & Company of Minot to focus on tonight's game against the Bruins. So our Minotauros are 38-12-1 as we stand in second in the Central Division, as the Austin Bruins are 36-10-5 as they stand in third in the Central Division.
Yeah, I think those records are probably the most important Noodles numbers looking into the final stretch run here. Both teams with 77 points, so tied technically in the standings, but the Toros, as Evan mentioned earlier, 38 wins to Austin's 36, so they have the tiebreaker. And the good news about that is if we can at least manage a split between this weekend and next weekend, with Austin, we're in a pretty good position as far as getting the 2 seed and having home ice advantage against the Bruins should we face off in a battle of 2s and 3s. But of course, the Toros would like more than that. They'd like to get at least 3 out of the 4, if not all 4, and try and hunt down the Bismarck Bobcats. Need to stay within 3 points to the Bobcats so that the last weekend of the season, when we play the Bobcats for 2, we can hopefully pass them and take the Central Division crown.
Both teams' numbers seem to favor the Toros over everyone in the NAHL this season, but the Toros struggled a bit on special teams that last weekend. 1 for 7 on the power play, 2 for 4 on the penalty kill. But talking to Cody Campbell on Toros All Access, Coach Campbell said that the power play looked how he wanted it to look, but the Toros kind of got goalied last Saturday by Kyle Osgun. He just wants that unit to keep flowing and expects them to convert a little bit more.
All right, we'll be back with more of the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show after a quick word from our partners.
He just wants that unit to keep flowing and expects them to convert a little bit more.
Been in business for over 25
we'll be back
years.
With more of the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show after a quick word from our partners.
He just wants that unit to keep flowing
with our
and
plus
expects them to
get
convert
the
a
most out
little
of your
bit more.
tires. Been in business for over
We'll be back
25
with
years.
more of the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show after a quick word from our partners.
He just wants that unit to keep flowing and expects them to convert
It's the first day I've got under on all of these.
We call that the Kobe Brault espresso.
Yeah, really.
Well, I just told you from total Toros goals, I think both sides are going to spend a lot of time in the box, which means I'm taking the over here. Another thing to note, Toros average 4 power play opportunities per game, and the Austin Bruins give up over just over 4 power play opportunities per game. I think the Toros will have at least 4 power plays tonight.
Discipline, I think, will be a key to the weekend, but when I think discipline, I don't think Austin Bruins hockey, so I'm going to go over on this as well. I think, again, the Bruins, they like to hook and hold and get a little chippy after the whistle and try and get under your skin. I expect that'll result in power play opportunities for the Toros. I didn't, as I joked, however, put in an over-under on how many times Evan hits his head in the press box. I usually hit my head 2 or 3 times a game, and you're roughly 4 feet taller than me, so good luck in Austin this weekend. That'll bring us to our McDonald's Toros trivia question. How many times have the Toros won the NAHL Central Division regular season championship? Of course, this weekend would go a long way towards helping the Toros do that. 0 times, 1 time, 2 times, or 3 times. I hope you both know the answer.
Yes, being a Toros employee, I do know the answer, as we do have banners hanging in the Pepsi rink, so I'm not going to answer this one.
Oh, we just went over this before the show, so that's going to prevent me from answering as well.
All right, Ken, Evan, do you have any final thoughts on tonight's game in Austin, Minnesota?
Yeah, obviously this stretch of 4 games may be the most important 4-game stretch on the season for the Toros. Hopefully the guys come out and rise to the occasion. But even if they don't, as I pointed out earlier, even a split of these 4 games goes a long way towards helping the Toros lock up at least the 2 seed in the Central.
This is the biggest game of the season for the Toros, and we might say that the following 7 games after this one for the end of the regular season. That is how tight the playoff is. Every 2 points matters, and I think the Toros are going to come out hot in Austin.
All right, well, thank y'all, and that'll do it for the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. We'll send you out for one more break, and then Evan will be back with the drop of the puck right here on the Minotauros Network.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, if the open road is an open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down. Go volume up. Go in. Go out. Go off. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service at competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call us or visit circlesanitation.com.
At Northwest Tire, we have tires for everyone. Needs tires that are reliable and safe to get her family where they need to be. Needs a tire that's heavy duty for all of his off-roading adventures. Needs tires that can get him from point A to point B. No matter what you drive or your budget,
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
The puck, the net, the crowd, the moment. A chance to make history. Just like that perfect play, we're here to help you win at your financial game. At Great River Federal Credit Union, we offer competitive rates and innovative technology designed to empower you to achieve your goals. Become a member of Great River and score a $100 bonus when you use promo code HOCKEY100. Visit greatriverfcu.org/hockey100 for details and open your account. Member NCUA.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Find your plan today. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue. Carry on.
I am Melissa Mack, and I do collections and loans at Aspire Credit Union.
My name is Amy Rasmussen, and I am the Member Experience Coordinator at Aspire Credit Union.
I think it's very important to give back to our community to show that we care. I think that we're very good at showing our members we care, and they see us out in the community.
What I like most about working at Aspire Credit Union, it is very family oriented. We feel like one big happy family, and Aspire knows that your family always comes first.
I'll always remember when I first started. I showed up to work and my whole office was decorated in Mexican theme because I was going to be going to Mexico. I remember just being so shocked and so honored that they did that for me. I just think that's really special that Aspire allows us to develop those relationships with our coworkers.
We do a lot of fun things. We have the best potlucks ever. Kind of brings us together, and everyone just kind of helps each other out.
Aspire to more.
Hi, I'd like to add my new motorcycle to my insurance policy, please.
Greetings. Is it a moped or unicycle?
No, it's a motorcycle.
Unicycling enhances core body strength.
No, it's a motorcycle. It has two wheels, a seat, handlebars.
Does it have rocket boosters?
Can I speak to a live agent?
Impossible. All agents have been neutralized.
At Farmers Union Insurance, technology is important, and so is finding the best options for our clients, person to person. Farmers Union Insurance. Local agents, more options, great rates.
As long as you have the back of someone in the midst of an overdose, North Dakota's Good Samaritan Law has yours. Learn how to save a life at behavioralhealth.nd.gov.
Opioids. Fill with care.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
And the horn sounds. Toros, our Central Division champions. Drives in. Ian Spencer. Hands off far side, shrugged away by Lucas Sweden. He shot it in. Toros win. Shot it in. Toros win. John Evans is second of the night. Is there a better place to play junior hockey than Minot, North Dakota?
Live from Riverside Arena in Austin, Minnesota, the Minot Minotauros get ready for what is one of their biggest games of the season. The Toros come into this series 77 points. The Bruins 77 points of their own. The Toros currently in second place thanks to the tiebreaker, which is wins. Toros sporting a record of 38-12-1. Austin's record of 36-10-5. As we take a look at the SRT starting lines for tonight's matchup for the Toros, it's Ian Spencer on the left wing, John Small at center, and Gavin Middendorf on the right wing. At left defense, Landon Fleming, Adam Mahler opposite on right defense with Lucas Vadine between the pipes. For the Austin Bruins, it's Jake Sprites, John Hirschfeld, Jackson Riley, and Gus Elbert, with Nathan Williams and Elbert on defense. Jack Solomon in net for the Austin Bruins. Toros out in their road sweaters, black and red, with the Austin Bruins sporting cream and yellow. Bruins moving left to right, Toros moving right to left. John Small is in the circle with Hirschfeld, and we're underway from Austin, Minnesota. Toros have it back off the draw. Comes over for Landon Fleming, up to Middendorf in the neutral ice, finds John Small, high slot, gets it. Spencer sweeps a shot in, rings around the far boards. Long shot from Adam Mahler, blocked out in front, picked up, comes it over near boards. Fleming has it, looks down to the goal line, and went off the skates of Middendorf, and the Bruins clear it out to neutral. Riley across the blue line on the right side, comes down to the quarter. Adam Mahler walling off Hirschfeld. Puck comes up on the half wall. Fleming gets it up the wall, comes across for Gavin Middendorf. Middendorf in on the right side, goes down, takes a weird hop off the back wall, and Solomon will scoop up the puck with 19 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the first period. Taking a look at the numbers from Lucas Vadine, they've been terrific all season long, .942 save percentage. It's been a little bit more bumpier as of late for Svedin, who made 62 saves, allowing 6 goals last weekend. 62 saves, 5 goals allowed last weekend versus the North Iowa Bulls. Stays in the right face-off circle, comes down to the goal line where the Bruins control it. Up on the far side, Ohanesen gets in the way. Ohanesen walled off on the half wall. Puck now jammed up. And coming away with it is Ryan Lunds. Lunds working up the far side in the Bruins zone, takes it into the neutral ice. Now into the Toro zone, left side, tries a shot, blockered into the netting by Lucas Vadine, forcing a stoppage with 18:56 to go in the first period. As we take a look at some social media check-ins, the Edwards checking in from Toronto, Lawrence is checking in from Austin, Kevin Tim checking in from work, Okason's checking in and watching on NATV. Drop to the right of Lucas Vadine. Yahala wins it back. Gibbs goes to retrieve. Gibbs far side, flips it up into the air, comes down beyond Ohanesen, floats onto Solomon, who will play it back beyond the goal line. Bruins turn up the near side, pressure by Billy Batten, but they get it to neutral ice. Working forward is Lorenza. Shot tipped out wide right, comes up as Yahala now takes it up the near side of the ice. Yahala onto the logo. Momentarily lost the handle. He got it back, but they're going to say he was offsides. Moving in across the blue line with 18:29 to play here in the first period. Offsides brought to you by Affinity First Federal Credit Union. A quick pace start to the game. Neither side has really had any dangerous opportunity as a result, but we're just a minute 31 in, and the gloves drop. It's Davin Nichols squaring off at center ice with Tyler Shaver. Nichols lands the first punch. Here they go. Nichols lands one, Shaver lands one, and Nichols takes down Tyler Shaver. Shaver back on his feet. Nichols throwing hammers. Nichols has the best of Shaver here. Nichols' helmet has come off. And now The linesman will separate Davin Nichols from Tyler Shaver. Davin Nichols getting the best of Shaver in an early fight, just a minute and 33 seconds into this matchup. Davin Nichols, as soon as he got on the ice, dropped the gloves, and Nichols with a first-round KO over Tyler Shaver. That's one way to get the Toros into this game. As we take a look at the replay, Nichols' helmet came off, but that was just the last portion of that fight where it was back and forth. But the first 30 seconds, Davin Nichols was clobbering Tyler Shaver. What a way to start the weekend here in Austin, Minnesota. Face-off comes in the neutral ice between Jack Edwards and Evan Malkasian. It looks like both Nichols and Shaver have been tossed from this game. We'll take a look at the official box score. Still haven't got the penalties coming through, but neither of those two men are in the penalty box. The assumption is they've been tossed. Bruins control it back. Reynolds slides it across. He has Ashton Bynum. Bynum short pass off for Trace Day. Fires a shot off the glass. Comes up near side. Chuck Owens takes it into neutral. Owens has Jockums, but Jockums had his pocket picked. Malkasian turns up for Trace Day. Day works it down the wall. Malkasian has it. Up to the top of the zone. Bynum's one-timer comes up wide right. Reynolds gets in there. Puck stays on the right wing. Shot kick save from Svedin. Bynum another one-timer as that one's blocked out to the far corner. Braden Jockums able to clear. Puck moves back down into the Toro zone. James gets it up for Jockums. Both players officially tossed from the game as Jockums dumps it into the Bruins zone. Toros go for a change. Puck comes out into the neutral ice, and it finds the stick of Beckwith in on the right side. Shot blocker save and into the netting. Svedin perhaps a touch late on that one as he couldn't get his glove around it. None the matter, though. 17:30 to go here in the first. As we take a look at Jack Solomon's stats this season, Solomon has been solid for the Bruins. A .93 save percentage, 1.85 goals against per game. Solomon against the Toros made 49 saves, allowing 2 goals back in December. Quick shot off the faceoff, rings up the far boards, kept in at the point and down into the far corner. On the puck is John Small. Small working, turned away. Beckwith got in there, but puck comes free to Adam Mahler. Mahler looking for Middendorf far side, kept in the Toro zone. Now it's Fleming near side with space, gets it up to Ian Spencer. Spencer finds John Small into the neutral ice. Mahler takes it from Small, driving in on the right side. His shot comes up wide. Fleming didn't get much behind that one as Evan Malkasian will take it up the ice. That's Nathan Williams sliding it around the boards. Bruins get a change and Mahler goes up far side. He has Middendorf. Middendorf racing into the neutral ice through a couple of defenders, and they're going to say that Middendorf was offsides with 16:42 to play here in the first period. Offsides brought to you by Affinity First Federal Credit Union. Well, despite the fight really favoring the Toros, giving them momentum, we haven't seen a big swing one way or the other following the fight as Yahala wins the faceoff back to Tui. Tui back from injury as Jordan Gibbs sends one on Jack Solomon. Solomon plays it off the far wall. Comes free on the right wing. Ohanesen whiffed on a shot taken back by Sprites. Sprites working through defenders. Yahala able to take it back. Gets it down for Ohanesen. Fires a shot. Rebound loose. And it's knocked out to the boards. Good work by Jackson Riley, who's crashing in on the puck right now. Toros able to jam it back for Yahala. Riley first to the rebound and swatted it out to the wall. Now Yahala moves in center of the ice into the slot. Yahala turned away from the puck. Shot comes wide right. Adam Mahler now on it, drives in on the right side. Mahler tries a shot, save made, comes out as Fleming now works into the corner. Fleming had it taken away. Billy Batten looked like he had positioning. Bruins able to swat it out to the neutral ice, and now they take it. It's Alex Lorenza in on the left wing. Lorenza wraps around, and no one home on the centering pass from Lorenza. Came out to the far boards. Toros clear down into the Bruins zone. Gibbs, Jockums, and Taven James, the line out for the Toros as Reynolds races into the Toros zone. Shot blocked by Landon Fleming. Reynolds back on it at the back glass. Now spinning is Luke Mulcahy. He hits the deck as it comes up for Noah Gibbs. Gibbs able to find Taven James. James races up the right side. He'll shovel it down into the far corner and then steer away. Stays on the half wall as James and Gibbs are able to get it around the boards with spaces. Bynum gets it up, and the puck goes out of play with 14:57 to go here in the first period. Take a look at a couple more social media check-ins. Sally B from Chicago. Charles Wilburn, curious about the story behind the fight. Well, Davin Nichols did get into a fight against the Bruins back in December. So perhaps that was what got Nichols going early. It was pretty clear what Nichols was out there for as he dropped the gloves right away. Puck comes deep into the Bruins zone. Taking it back is Gus Elbert. Elbert turns near side. He has Nathan Williams. Williams goes off the stick of Lipset. Toros get it back to Ian Spencer. Spencer works it up for Middendorf. Middendorf right side tries a shot. Save made, and the puck is fallen on by Jack Solomon with 14:38 to play. Shots on goal favor the Toros 7-5. They've come out with a burst of energy this game. As we'll take a look at Gavin Middendorf driving in on the net. Tried to go to the backhand but couldn't get it by Jack Solomon. Face off to the left to Solomon. Toros get it up to the top of the zone. Kept in by Perreault off the stick of Gavin Haruza. So they'll drop it again in the Austin zone with 14:33 to play. Jack Edwards now faces off with John Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld able to control it off the draw. Comes back for Melgren. Melgren, a short pass up. Noah Gibbs steers it back into the Toro zone. Solomon out to greet the puck. He works it across far side for Lund. Toros trying to poke it free, and they do, but it comes right out to Melgren. Melgren on the right side took a step back, had his pocket picked as James works it off the wall for Jack Edwards. Edwards gets it chipped up into the neutral ice, and Gavin Haruza comes down with the puck. He fires it around the boards where Lucas Fedin has it. Now Kevin Perreault looking for Noah Gibbs. Perreault hit into the boards as Hirschfeld takes over. Hirschfeld works it out in front, still loose in front of the net, and it ends up in the far corner. Up at the point now, a long shot from Bynum, high off the glass, rings up the near side, and now sent around to the far side. Bynum on the half wall, shovels it back for Haruza. Long shot through traffic. It's still loose out in front. Now beyond the goal line is Jordan Gibbs pressuring his man. Bynum gets it back up top of the zone. Tipped out in front, but Svedin made a terrific kick save as the Toros are finally able to clear the puck. Yahala now takes it in the neutral ice, collided with Jack O'Hanneson, allows Reynolds to take it back as he works it up for Luke Mulcahy. Or that's Evan Mulcahy. Mulcahy chips it down into the corner. Now he's walled off by Adam Mahler. Yahala able to poke it free. He works it up for Middendorf. Middendorf couldn't control it. Yahala took it back. He whiffed on the pass as now Trace Day had his pass picked off by Batten. Yahala off the skate of his defender Nathan Williams getting physical with Jesse Halla as the puck floats back out to the neutral ice. Adam Mahler finds Middendorf, sends one in on net. It's guided out to the side by Jack Solomon. Bruins hold behind their cage for the control breakout as the Toros were getting a change in. Elbert looks up the far side. He's got Sprites. Sprites too far in front of Alex Lorenza. Ty James will chase it down. James beyond the goal line for Connor Toohey. Toohey starts up. He has Middendorf. Nifty move to avoid a defender, but his pass is picked off by Lorenza. Lorenza looks inside where it was poked away from Malkasian. Now Lund tries a shot, is snared by Svedin. Svedin saw that one all the way through. As we'll take a look at the replay. There's the kick save from Svedin that took a tip out in front. Terrific play to keep this one scoreless. Drop will come to the right of Lucas Svedin. Stays in the circle, comes out to the wall. Mahler works it up, kept in, and then falling down to the ice was Gavin Haruza. Allows Noah Gibbs to chip it up into neutral. Braden Jochums had it down on his skates, but Jochums couldn't control it as he was pressured. Bruins now come up the ice. It's Riley. Riley tries a shot wide left, comes up the wall where a one-timer is tipped into the near corner. Taken by Melgren. Melgren trying to work it down into the corner. Now coming in is Hirschfeld. His shot was blocked. Tried again, came out beyond the goal line. Noah Gibbs now near side. He can't clear the zone quite yet as Gibbs finally does force the puck into the neutral ice. And they're going to say it hit one of the Toros players on the bench, causing the stoppage. But because the Toros had cleared the zone, it'll come out to neutral with 11:20 to play. Toros going to send the Yahala line back out onto the ice. Yahala's line just one goal last series against the Bulls. It came from Billy Batten on Saturday. They got a handful of good looks, but solid play from Kyle Osgun on Saturday prevented them from doing more damage. Puck deep in the Toros zone where Svantesson is trying to get positioning on Hubert Clark. Clark jamming up Svantesson in the far corner as the Bruins are able to get it around near side for Ryder Reynolds. Plays it up top for Lipset. Lipset skates over center of the ice, shot through traffic, saved by Svedin. A lot of screening up in front of that puck as the Toros able to get it down into the Bruins zone. Bynum off the wall in the neutral ice, picked up by Beckwith. Beckwith drops for Svantesson as Svantesson now hits the deck near side. He got to his feet but couldn't take the puck. Yahala far side for Ohannesson. Toros took their time as it's taken back by Ashton Bynum. They might have had a 3-on-2. Comes up into the neutral ice where James has it with space. James short pass for Kevin Perreault. Perreault skates into neutral and he'll shovel it around the boards. Comes up behind the cage of Solomon and played around by Williams. Now it's Gus Elbert. Elbert across the blue line center of the ice, chopped down by John Small in the far corner. Small gets it to James, up for Gavin Middendorf, sweeps it through the legs of a defender and has Ian Spencer. Spencer taking off the puck as Evan Malkasian gets it up for Jake Sprites. Sprites looks for Trace Day, and Day will play it around the boards. Sprites walled off by Ty James, comes out in front, Day on the puck, but he couldn't direct one in on net. Up top for Williams. Williams, center of the zone. His shot gets kicked out wide. Another shot comes in, but it was blocked and now played to the boards by John Small. Ian Spencer will send it down the ice, and that will be our first icing of the game with 9:26 to play in the first period. Icing brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center. They'll bring the face-off to the right of Lucas Svedin. John Small in to take it for the Toros. Looks to be Alex Lorenza, but James controls as James now able to take it into the neutral ice himself, where he's bodied away. Middendorf gets back there, works it for Adam Mahler, up off the stick of Chuck Owens, and deep into the Bruins zone. Lund sends it around. Malkasian looking for help on the far half wall. Chuck Owens providing some good work defensively, but the Bruins get it free to Lund. Lund up the right side of the ice. He floats one in on net, and Lucas Vedin is going to be forced to hang on to that puck with 8:56 to go here in the first. As we hit our first media time out of the game, we'll take a look around the division this weekend. And the Minnesota Mallards playing in Aberdeen as Aberdeen looks to keep fighting for that final playoff spot with the St. Cloud Norsemen. Much tougher matchup for the Norsemen, who are hosting they're on the road to play the Bismarck Bobcats. Bobcats 3 points ahead of both the Toros and the Bruins as the fight for the number 1 seed in the Central Division is coming down to the wire. Toros will play the Bobcats that final series of the season. If it's within 3 points coming into those two games, Toros will have a shot to take home the number 1 seed. And of course, the North Iowa Bulls taking on the Watertown Shamrocks. Not anything in the way of playoff implications going on there. Face-off will now come back into the Toro zone. Lorenza's line out on the ice for the Austin Bruins. Alex Lorenza, with 74 points, is the point leader in the NAHL. And his line mate, Luke Malkasian, at 69 points, is second. Quick shot from Malkasian is blocked up into the netting. And there's the connection, Lorenza to Malkasian. And a lot of times you'll see that. That's the same case for the Toros with Yahala's line. Jesse Yahala, 62 points. Jack O'Hannesson, 62 points. Billy Batten, 61 points. You get these high-scoring lines because when someone's scoring a ton of goals, well, your line mates are usually going to pick up the assists. Lorenza in the circle against Chuck Owens once again. Lorenza wins it back as Malkasian takes it down to the goal line, centers a pass blocked by Fleming. Now Malkasian working around far side, plays it off the wall. One-timer from Lund gets tipped, picked up by Adam Mahler in the far corner. He'll swivel it around near side, but it's intercepted. Comes up for Melgren, tried a shot into the body of Chuck Owens, gets it into neutral for Fleming. Across right side for Hubert Clark. Clark floats one through the slot, couldn't connect with Taven James. Bruins take it back up the ice as Ryan Lund will flip it into the far corner. He sends it back up into the neutral ice where Billy Batten jousts for the puck, goes up into the air, sent back into the Toro zone by Hirschfeld. Fleming has it now near side. He has Taven James. James looks into the neutral ice for Batten, taking off the puck. Haruza moves in, tries a shot up into the netting as Landon Fleming might have gotten back and might have gotten a tip on that one. Even if he didn't connect with the puck, Fleming's defensive pressure prevented a wide open shot from close range, as we'll take a look at the replay here. As you see, Landon Fleming able to get in the way, didn't get a stick on it. Comes up top, played across for Bynum, right back to Reynolds. Reynolds off the wall, down beyond the goal line. Kevin Perreault gets there, shimmies it up the near side. Bynum works it back down into the corner. And a shot from a tough angle. A couple of saves made as Hirschfeld had a rebound chance there. O'Hannesson now far side has Kevin Perreault. Perreault up for Billy Batten. Batten goes off of Jackson Riley, but it's picked up by Jordan Gibbs. Gibbs moves in across the right side. Toro's taking off the puck. Bruins able to clear to the neutral ice as Haruza was applying pressure. Hirschfeld comes to help out, moves it into the Toro zone far side as he'll fire it around the boards. Comes up for Svantesson, can't greet the puck, but he does lay a big hit on Perreault as Billy Batten chips it down into the corner, comes around for Jack Solomon. Far side is Elbert. Elbert comes across for Williams. Williams looks up. He has Svantesson driving in on the near side. His shot too high. Not kept in at the far point by Elbert. Elbert turned away in the neutral ice. Ian Spencer was there momentarily. A big hit laid on Spencer. Bruins take the puck back. Williams off the skate of Lipset as Ty James will find Middendorf far side in the neutral ice. Middendorf's pass got blocked. Loose puck in the neutral ice is picked up by Middendorf once again. Finds John Small. Small working around Elbert on the right side. Small now turns back up the wall. In for Middendorf. Couldn't get much on a one-timer. Comes out near side as Hubert Clark will sweep it back in. Connor Beckwith able to get away from John Small. He's got Nathan Williams now near side. Toro's got a couple changes in. Bruins get it up to Mulcahy, but they're going to say that Trace Day was offside, and then Day didn't like a tap from Landon Fleming at the end of that play. Day is still unhappy. Another faceoff will come with 6:07 to play in the first. Mulcahy gets it back for Day, who sweeps it into the Toro zone. Svedin out to grab the puck. Comes near side for Landon Fleming beyond the goal line. Fleming off the glass comes to Noah Gibbs, but Gibbs is between two defenders. Bruins looking to poke it free, and the Toros are able to work it out to the neutral ice. Comes back into the Toro zone as the Toros take it back. Fleming had his pass picked off by Melgren. Comes in for Mulcahy, played across, but Chuck Owens gets in the way of that one, and Owens is able to clear once again for the Toros. 5:30 to go in the first as that pass is too far out in front of Sprates. Tui gets there beyond the goal line, works it across, now comes in for Chuck Owens. Owens has Gibbs up into the neutral ice. Gibbs now working far side. He'll shovel one around the board. Solomon goes out to greet the puck as Yahala's line comes over the wall. Bruins up far side for Lorenza. Lorenza firing that one in. Svedin couldn't handle it, but Tui gets there. Stays in near side as Yahala now has space. Yahala into the neutral ice and now chips it down into the Bruins zone beyond the goal line. Bynum plays it around for Lorenza up the far side and down into the Toro zone. The race is on. Jordan Gibbs will get there before Paddington could get down to the goal line. So icing goes against the Austin Bruins with 4:47 to go in the first. Icing brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, as we'll take a look at some more social check-ins. Spencer's checking in from New Lenox. The Shoust checking in from Houston as action resumes here in Austin. Back into the neutral ice for Landon Fleming. Bruins take it back. It's Mulcahy up into the high slot where Paddington was taken off the puck. Now Fleming far side. Sweeps it around the board. Solomon grabs the puck. He'll backhand it around near side. Took a weird hop off a stanchion. O'Hannison back on it for the Toros. Plays it up the wall for Fleming. Down beyond the goal line. Hops out in front. Billy Batten wraps around. Yahala's shot. Save made as the puck lands in the near corner. Yahala getting worked by three Bruins defenders. Comes free for Paddington. Paddington gets around Braden Jochums. His pass off the skate of Mulcahy in the neutral ice, who plays it into the far corner. Adam Mahler gets there and leaves it for Landon Fleming. Fleming starts up ice far side. His pass tipped by Riley and sent back into the Toro zone. Mahler to reset for the Toros with 3:45 to play. Now Jack Edwards in the Toro zone off the stick of Jochums to Taven James. James into the Bruins zone far side. Bruins get it back out to neutral. Jack Edwards finds Jordan Gibbs. Gibbs now back on the puck. He'll play it around the boards. Elbert gets there first, finds Williams. Not much behind that pass as Braden Jochums able to get tangled up. Puck into the air, comes down. Now played up for Jordan Gibbs. Across, it's Connor Tui. Tui working around Hirschfeld. Down into the far corner, now in on the goal line. Shovels a shot. Solomon in good positioning there as Riley sweeps it back across for Lorenza. Lorenza has Elbert, who moves in across the blue line, drops it through his legs. Taven James gets in the way of a backdoor pass, gets it back out to neutral. Haruza on the puck, takes it up into the neutral ice, far side, plays it down into the corner. Ty James is hit up by Svantesson. Ian Spencer works it up the wall for John Small, who gets it out to neutral. Connor Beckwith finds Svantesson. Svantesson can't keep it on the tape as Spencer takes it back for the Toros, fires it off the back wall. Huber Clark now up the near side for John Small, center of the ice. Ty James to Gavin Middendorf. Middendorf retreating from the neutral ice has Huber Clark off the stick of Ian Spencer. Svantesson takes it back for the Bruins, moves it into the Toro zone. Good stick work by Huber Clark to poke it free. Stays down by the skates of Clark, coming away with it. Lipset tried to center a pass for Beckwith, but he couldn't connect, as now the Bruins try and catch the Toros offside. A slap shot from Beckwith draws a penalty on Adam Mahler. It was a long pass up from Solomon to find Beckwith as the Toros were going for a change. Beckwith tried a shot. Pretty routine save for Lucas Svedin. But as a result, Adam Mahler will go to the box. We'll see what the official call is. But nonetheless, the Toros will go to the Papa John's PK for the first time this game. As we take another look, here's Solomon up far side. And Mahler hit him on the shot. Boarding is the call, but he didn't really hit him into the boards. 1:58 to go in the first period. 2 minutes on the power play for the Bruins. Comes back top of the zone for Malkasian. Malkasian works it in, finds Bynum on the right side. Backdoor pass. Riley couldn't handle a bouncing puck. Back up top for Luke Malkasian. He has Bynum, center of the ice. Back in for Lorenza. Lorenza leaves for Malkasian. A long shot hits Lorenza, and Ty James is able to clear it into the neutral ice. Now John Small works in on the right side. Small shot is saved by Solomon and played back up to the top of the Bruins zone. Riley able to get positioning on John Small. He finds Malkasian looking inside for Paddington, but offsides is going to go against the Austin Bruins with a $1:19 to play in the first period. Toros on the penalty kill this season, 86.62%. That's sixth in the NAHL. Austin Bruins, 19.71% on the power play. Good for ninth in the league. Drop comes straight back out to Malkasian, who moves in across the blue line on the left side. Malkasian shovels it around the boards. Gets past Riley up to the top of the zone for Lorenza. Lorenza sends it back down beyond the net of Svedin. Took a couple weird hops off a skate as Paddington has it back up top for Lorenza. Pass across the blue line for Bynum far side. Billy Baden's skate got in the way as the puck comes back out to neutral. Lorenza has Bynum. Bynum into the skates of Malkasian in the neutral ice. Back in for Bynum in the Bruins zone. Bynum will leave it back as the Bruins reset behind Jack Solomon. Now turning up the ice is Melgren. Melgren far side, quick pass for Evan Malkasian. Now driving in left side, shot, kick save by Svedin. Comes out beyond the goal line, still loose in the crease. Williams, top of the zone, over too far in front of Hirschfeld on the left wing. Hirschfeld should have had that pass, but it went through or a little bit under his stick. Bruins now move back into the Toro zone, far side. Looking inside, one-timer, what a save from Lucas Svedin. A terrific play by Ludwig Melgren to get off a one-timer while he was falling down, but Svedin was still able to snare the puck. We're going to have to get a look at that replay. Ludwig Melgren able to adjust to a pass that was a little far out in front of him, but Lucas Svedin with a terrific stop to prevent the Bruins from getting out to a lead with 7 seconds to go in the period. Spencer comes away with it off the draw, clears it down the ice, and that will do it for period number 1 here from Riverside Arena in Austin, Minnesota. A back and forth first period that was highlighted initially by the fight between Davin Nichols and Tyler Shaver. Toros had most of the pressure over the first 10 minutes, but the Austin Bruins were able to turn it around. They lead in shots on goal 15-11. Toros with the period's lone penalty, if you don't count the fights between Nichols and Shaver. Adam Mahler for boarding. Still 3 seconds left to serve on the penalty kill for the Toros. With that, we'll step aside here from the Four Bears Casino and Lodge intermission report, and we'll be back with someone down by the ice.
We had a member that came into the credit union who doesn't historically come in. She went up to the teller line and said she wanted $25,000 in cash. The teller kind of questioned her about it, and she said, "I'm buying a car," but she was kind of fidgety. And is that when she went to you first?
She had to make a phone call to see who it was payable to, and that was
which is way weird. I mean, that's a huge red flag. And that's kind of when I came up there and I just said, "Are you comfortable coming to my office if we just sit down and talk about this?"
And that's where you took the phone and talked to the person on the other line, right?
Then to hit the button on the phone and disconnect them, for her to say, "Thank you."
I'd rather ask the uncomfortable questions than hear that I just assisted someone losing $25,000.
Perfect. That's when you know you did a good job that day.
In life, there's good, better, and the best. The same theme applies for our car and light truck tires at Northwest Tire. We offer you good tires, better tires, and the best tires. Which choice is right for you? That depends on your tire performance needs and your budget. The choice is yours. Come in and talk to one of our tire experts, and we'll help you decide which tire is best for you.
Keeps you rolling down the road.
The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Find your plan today. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue. Carry on.
The puck, the net, the crowd, the moment. A chance to make history. Just like that perfect play, we're here to help you win at your financial game. At Great River Federal Credit Union, we offer competitive rates and innovative technology designed to empower you to achieve your goals. Become a member of Great River and score a $100 bonus when you use promo code Hockey100. Visit greatriverfcu.org/Hockey100 for details and open your account. Member NCUA.
Nicotine can harm brain development, which continues to about age 25. Know the risks.
Visit ecigarettes.surgeongeneral.gov to learn more. This message is brought to you by the 1st District Health Unit and the Minot Minotauros.
Starting to feel like the playoffs a little bit early?
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously two teams. We're both fighting for home ice, and after St. Patrick's Day is when real hockey starts. So, I mean, it's kind of how it's going to be the rest of the way.
Toros got outshot 15-11 in the period. In terms of putting pressure in front of Jack Solomon, is there anything you think the Toros need to do better?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've had a couple of chances from in tight, and I think we just got to keep getting into the net and take away his eyes and look for one in tight.
All right, thank you, Adam.
Thank you.
We often think of frontiers as history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Find your plan today. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue, carry on.
I am Melissa Mack, and I do collections and loans at Aspire Credit Union.
My name is Amy Rasmussen, and I am the Member Experience Coordinator at Aspire Credit Union.
I think it's very important to give back to our community to show that we care. I think that we're very good at showing our members we care, and they see us out in the community.
What I like most about working at Aspire Credit Union, it is very family oriented. We feel like one big happy family, and Aspire knows that your family always comes first.
I'll always remember when I first started. I showed up to work and my whole office was decorated in Mexican theme because I was going to be going to Mexico. I remember just being so shocked and so honored that they did that for me. I just think that's really special that Aspire allows us to develop those relationships with our coworkers.
We do a lot of fun things. We have the best potlucks ever. Kind of brings us together, and everyone just kind of helps each other out.
Aspire to more.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, if the open road is an open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down. Go volume up. Go in. Go out. Go off. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service at competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call us or visit circlesanitation.com.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
I'm Chuck Owens, and you are watching Minotauros hockey on NAHLTV.com.
Back.
Evan Epstein now alongside Kobe Brault for the Forebears Casino and Lodge Intermission Report. Kobe, that was pretty much exactly what we expected coming to Austin, Minnesota. A very physical first period of hockey, a very defensive first period of hockey, and of course it was highlighted by that early fight between Davin Nichols and Tyler Shaver.
Yeah, going to pull up that fight real quick for us here. I only caught the back end. I'm not going to lie, I got caught watching it just like everybody else. But yeah, I mean, I think Mahler said it best there, right? The real hockey doesn't start till after St. Patrick's Day, apparently, and we just got past St. Patrick's Day, so here's another look at that fight. I mean, you see Nichols with his helmet off, but like you said, on right after it happened, you know, he got some pretty good licks in before the ending here.
And it kind of seemed like Shaver was catching him in the shoulder. He wasn't really getting much in on Davin Nichols.
But you'll see right here the emotion from Nichols. He was fired up. Everyone was pretty fired up after that, and you know, it was a very, very intense first period there. But you'd expect nothing less out of, you know, two teams that are fighting for home ice.
No, without a doubt. And it seemed like the Toros were able to control, I wouldn't say control, but they had the majority of possession of the puck for the first 10 minutes of the period. They got out to a shot lead, but then Austin coming back over the second half of that period, and Austin now 15 shots on goal to the Toros 11, but that's also in part due to the fact that the Toros have been killing the penalty from Adam Mahler over the past minute and 57 seconds.
Yeah, so, and for as physical as that first period was, just the one penalty on Mahler there for the boarding as he hit the Bruin on the follow-through on the shot there. A bit of a, you know, toss-up of a call, but, you know, that's why we're not officials, so we'll let them do the job, I suppose. But, yeah, like you said, 15-11, you know, 3 seconds left on this Bruins power play to start the second, but yeah, I mean, it was a pretty intense first period. My heart's jumping right now, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I think I'm feeling the exact same way as you are. I think what we have to talk about, though, was just how good Lucas Svedin was in those first 20 minutes. Svedin, 15 for 15 on his saves. He had a couple of fantastic saves. There were a couple tips out in front that he still managed to play away with the pads. And then, of course, with 7 seconds to go, he made a terrific snare. Kobe, I don't know if you still have that one up.
Yes, sir, I got it. I will put it up right in just 1 second here.
I mean, he made a terrific snare as a shot that you wouldn't have expected to come in on net. Came in from Ludwig Mellgren, and here it is now.
Yeah, so, you know, quick up here, and then, yeah, kind of developed out of nothing. Just I think the pass went through Gibbs' legs here. Yep. And then a crazy one-timer. But, yeah, Swedes, I mean, he's been unreal all season, really. And no different in the first period here. I mean, it could just as easily be, you know, 1-2 in favor of Austin. But one thing I do want to point out, Evan, is the remaining schedules here between these two teams and why tonight is so important.
Yeah, and you look at the Toros and Bruins, they play each other for the next 2 weeks, but you have to consider that the Bruins have a much easier strength of schedule those last 2 weekends. The North Iowa Bulls out of playoff contention, and the Minnesota Mallards have lost a lot of games in a row. I don't have the number off the top of my head, but both teams at 77 points. You think for the Toros, if they want to have the 2 spot in this playoffs, at the very minimum, they need to come away with the same number of points as the Austin Bruins over these next 4 games, because then they play a Wings team that is fighting for its playoff lives, and then against Bismarck, which we don't exactly know how Bismarck's going to be playing there. If they're going to be going all out, it depends on if that 1 spot is still up for grabs, not just for the Toros, but for the Bruins, because who knows how it's going to play out.
Yeah, and, you know, if we talk about back-to-back weekend sweeps and, you know, we're in this exact same spot 2 weeks from now where we're tied for points, the only way that 1 seed's locked up is if the Bobcats continue to win. They got St. Cloud in the building, in the VFW. Let's do some out-of-town scores. Let's see how it's going over there and kind of everywhere else around the division here.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Time to load up the Null scoreboard because, I mean, particularly in the Central Division, this is where all the mayhem is. And got to talk about the importance of that 2 spot. I mean, the 1 seed, of course, is Pinnacle, but that 2 versus 3, I mean, this is a 9-hour drive you're taking from Minot to Austin, or in reverse from Austin to Minot, to play those first 2 games. And you got to think that, you know, it's much easier to go on the road after 2 at home than vice versa. Plus, you have the potential of another game 5 on the road, which is another 9-hour trip for just that one game.
Yeah, and the one thing you got to point out, these guys very familiar. Reason why this has a playoff atmosphere, these teams have faced each other in the playoffs the last 2 seasons. 2 years ago, Austin was the 1 seed, swept the Toros. Last season, Toros the 1 seed. The exact same thing happens. Toros get the sweep. So, you know, these teams very familiar, especially when it comes to playoff hockey.
All right, scores now up in the NAHL. Let's start in the Central Division. The Aberdeen Wings hold a 1-0 lead over the Minnesota Mallards with 15:30 to go in the second period. I think the surprise there might be that the Wings only have a 1-goal lead 25 minutes into that matchup. North Iowa Bulls holds a 2-0 lead over the Watertown Shamrocks through 1 period of play. Toros aren't so much concerned with that matchup. Here's where it matters. St. Cloud at Bismarck, they are tied at 1 after 20 minutes. The Toros need St. Cloud to try and take as many points from the Bobcats as possible, because the Bobcats, like the Austin Bruins, have both the North Iowa Bulls and the Minnesota Mallards to go between the time they play the Toros.
Yeah, and, you know, tied up at 1. I mean, the Norsemen are in the same boat as we are in right now. The Norsemen are playing their 3rd and 4th straight against the Bobcats and fell short last weekend, but definitely a team that's, you know, fighting for their lives just the same. So a very, very intense series, I'm sure, over at the VFW, just like it is over here. But, I mean, what more could you ask for, man? Life in the Central is a great life to live, just intense hockey, playoff feel. And, I mean, we're still in March, and it's feeling like the playoffs already.
It truly does feel like the playoffs. I mean, this place is packed here in Riverside Arena. You have that playoff-type atmosphere. And similar, you said St. Cloud and Bismarck now playing 4 in a row against each other. Toros and Austin playing 4 in a row and against each other. I think what you're going to see is just how hard it is to play a team 2 weekends in a row and try to string together 4 straight victories. There's going to be counter punches left and right, which I am excited to watch over the next 2 weeks.
No doubt. And, you know, in real time, we're getting this on the Null scoreboard here. Ty Gordon ties it up in Forest Lake. The Mallards and Wings now tied at 1 about 5 minutes into the second period. So definitely something to keep an eye on there, as we'll see the Wings 2 weeks from now. But a lot of hockey left to be played here. Very, very, like we said, back and forth, up and down. You said you were losing your voice already, Evan. We're only 1 period into this thing.
I mean, when you have a fight that early on and that high energy in the building to start the period, that is exactly how you draw it up. It is a good thing when you find yourself losing your voice at a hockey game. That just shows you how much energy there is in the game, in the building. But with that, that'll do it for us here on the...
One thing left. Sorry, Evan. I didn't mean to cut you off there. Just want to jump in. St. Patrick's Day, obviously, last week wore those 6 St. Patrick's Day jerseys. We still have some of those available in the St. Patrick's Day Second Chance Jersey Auction, dashapp.io. Or if you don't feel like typing that in, just pull up your camera, scan that QR code. Those jerseys are still up for grabs, so make sure to get your bids in right now. And honestly, if you're thinking, oh, my bid might be good enough, might not, you may as well just bid a little more just to be safe. But, yeah, those St. Patrick's Day jerseys, I'm kicking myself that I didn't get one myself. Those came out very clean and are still up for grabs, dashapp.io.
Yeah, make sure you're checking out that auction. Of course, Come Out Alive played in Minot last week at the Toros game, so you can also buy a game-worn jersey by Come Out Alive's lead singer, Steve Brown. And with that, that'll do it for us here on the Four Bears Casino and Lodge Intermission Report. We have a fantastic one in store for you. Stay tuned here on the Minotauros Network.
At Northwest Tire, we have tires for everyone. Needs tires that are reliable and safe to get her family where they need to be. Needs a tire that's heavy duty for all of his off-roading adventures. Needs tires that can get him from point A to point B. No matter what you drive or your budget,
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
The puck, the net, the crowd, the moment. A chance to make history. Just like that perfect play, we're here to help you win at your financial game. At Great River Federal Credit Union, we offer competitive rates and innovative technology designed to empower you to achieve your goals. Become a member of Great River and score a $100 bonus when you use promo code Hockey100. Visit greatriverfcu.org/Hockey100 for details and open your account. Member NCUA.
As long as you have the back of someone in the midst of an overdose, North Dakota's Good Samaritan Law has yours. Learn how to save a life at behavioralhealth.nd.gov.
Opioids. Fill with care.
The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hill.
And I'm Evan Epstein.
And we host Toros All Access every Monday through Thursday at 3 p.m. Central.
We cover everything you need to know about the Minotauros, previewing upcoming series, interviewing players and coaches, and breaking down game footage.
You can
Back here from Riverside Arena in Austin, Minnesota, just in the nick of time as the puck is about to drop for the second period. Adam Mahler back in the penalty box for 2 seconds. They're going to put one more tick back on the clock. 3 seconds in the box for Adam Mahler. A terrific first period of hockey. Let's see what the second 20 minutes have in store for us. Still scoreless between the Toros and Bruins as we begin play. Haruza quickly into the Toro zone. Hirschfeld shot saved by Svedin and into the netting. Lucas Svedin hugging that near post as Gavin Haruza looked to have one right off the draw in the period, but Svedin, as always, in perfect positioning. As we'll take a look at the replay here, a nifty move by Hirschfeld, and Svedin didn't have to move a muscle. Drop to the right of Svedin, comes around the boards. Far side moves out into the slot. No one home for the Bruins. Spencer into the neutral ice. He has Middendorf in on the right side. Shot tipped wide left. Comes up on the far wall. Riley leaves it back. Now it's Gus Elbert moving up the ice. Middendorf got his stick in there as Elbert trying to slap that one back into the Toro zone. Elbert taken away by John Small. Up on the near side in the Toro zone. Tied up on the half wall as it comes free for Middendorf. Middendorf couldn't clear as the Bruins able to send it back around the boards. Fleming in the far corner of the Toro zone into the neutral ice off the stick of John Small, where it's sent back down by Lipset. Svedin has it once again. He'll spin near side for Adam Mahler. Mahler hit up into the wall, still got the puck over for Landon Fleming. Fleming able to clear, and Ashton Bynum chose not to put it down. Maybe he did. He tried to play it, which waved off icing as he fires it off the far side. Goes just beyond Lucas Svedin, but winning the race down the ice was Fantessen on the goal line out in front. A great chance for Connor Beckwith, but Svedin made the save once again, and that shot from just beyond the blue line finds the glove of Svedin. Came in from Ryder Reynolds. Svedin has been lights out over the start of this game, picking up another 3 saves off the jump here in the second period. Draw stays in the Toros zone. Toros haven't been able to apply any pressure over the first 86 seconds in the second period. Comes out to the half wall. Melgren plays it down into the corner. Yahala picks up the puck, sweeps it across off the stick of Ohanesen into the neutral ice, played back into the Toros zone. Perreault looks far side for Batten. Batten has Yahala. Yahala, center of the ice, moves into the Bruins zone on the right wing. Had it poked free, comes out to Svantesson. He's walled off by Jack Ohanesen. Ohanesen able to get in there and claw away at the puck. Yahala just outside the pile trying to help out. Bruins able to take it away. Svantesson leaves it back for Ashton Bynum. Bynum shovels it forward, picked off by Billy Batten, looking for Ohanesen. Couldn't find the puck. Tied up with Melgren as it comes around the far side. Now it's Jesse Yahala able to get a shot through traffic, but a routine save as Jack Solomon squeezing that puck into his body with 17:47 to play in the second period. As we'll take a look at some more social check-ins. Brits checking in from home. The Smets and Ellis girls checking in from Horace. Neubauer's checking in. Drop coming now to the right of Solomon. Gersbeck's checking in from Minot. Braden Jockham's going to be whistled off the draw. Jack Edwards will come in to take it. Edwards goes up against Alex Lorenza. Lorenza gets it back. Chuck Owens able to get in there. Owens on the goal line, had it swatted out to the far wall. Taken now by Paddington. Paddington off the stick of Braden Jockham's comes into the neutral ice for Mulcahy. Played forward too far in front of Lorenza as Hubert Clark picks it up beyond the goal line in the Toro zone. Ty James around the boards for Braden Jockham's. Jockham's short pass to Edwards. Edwards has Chuck Owens in traffic. Owens taking off the puck. And now Mulcahy with space on the right wing. Shot saved by Svedin. A long rebound comes out to Paddington. Paddington slides it around the boards, picked up. Back out on the left wing. Now drop back for Lang. His shot comes wide right. On the right wing, Braden Jockham's able to take it up into the neutral ice. Jockham's pushing forward, unable to keep it on his tape. Beyond the goal line, Mulcahy leaves it back. Now Mulcahy has it near side. Dangerous pass into the center of the ice. Fleming takes it away and shovels it down beyond the boards. In the far corner, comes up on the half wall for Lorenza. Lorenza retreats down behind the net of Solomon, able to find space. Sent up into the air. Spencer couldn't kick it down into the Bruins zone. Paddington was going for a change, but he stayed in just to fire it deep into the Toro zone. Fleming has Adam Mahler. Mahler tripped momentarily back as it's now sent down into the near corner of the Bruins zone. Reynolds looks far side for Haruza. Haruza pressured by Ian Spencer. Haruza back on the puck, comes out into the neutral ice. Hirschfeld looks forward for Haruza, who'll chip it down into the corner. Haruza and Mahler tied up. That allows John Small to get there as Small finds Gavin Middendorf. Middendorf sweeps one across, goes off the stick of Reynolds, bouncing puck in the neutral ice. Now it's Riley, whose shot comes well left, up the boards for Bynum. Top of the zone, Spencer takes it away. It's a breakaway. Gavin Middendorf's all alone. Middendorf scores! Gavin Middendorf strikes again for the Toros as the Toros draw first blood with 15:40 to go in the second period. As we'll take a look at the replay, Ian Spencer with a fantastic defensive play to take it away. He finds Gavin Middendorf all alone up the ice. Middendorf keeps it simple, takes it high over the glove side of Jack Solomon, and the Toros get out to a 1-0 lead in the second period. Comes back for Connor Toohey. Toohey has Billy Batten. Batten flips it down deep into the Bruins zone. Ryan Lund plays it around the far side, taken by Trace Day. Billy Batten gets in there, but the Bruins able to control the puck. Day moves into the neutral ice as that one's chopped down by Ohannes, went in on net, fired around the boards, comes up to Lund at the near point. Lund tries a slap shot, comes up far side, kicked back down into the corner where Jesse Hala is on the puck. Comes loose into the high slot. Tui able to clear to neutral. Lund's working through traffic back into the Toros zone. Tui chases it down, swats it, but Trace Day able to find it. Day in the near corner all alone as he'll sweep one across. Lund fires one a little bit wide as it comes up the near side, back inside for Svan Tessen, whose shot is tipped and it finds the netting with 14:41 to go in the second period. And here's just another look. What a defensive play by Ian Spencer in the passing lane, able to get it on his stick, and Gavin Middendorf all alone. A great play by Spencer, a great finish by Gavin Middendorf for his 30th goal of the season. Gus Elbert, top of the zone, plays it down into the near corner. Connor Beckwith pressured by Kevin Perreault. Perreault walling off Beckwith, comes out to Braden Jockums. Jockums can't control, but he has help from Taven James. James off the far wall. Bruins have it back, sending it into neutral off of the linesman as the Bruins play it back down for Elbert. Elbert from the center line sends one just to the right of Svedin. Perreault in the far corner is hit. Comes back beyond the goal of Svedin. Perreault getting worked on by Beckwith as Ty James will skate away with it near side. James looks back for Perreault, and Perreault sends it up into the neutral ice. Gibbs sends it down into the corner, comes around the boards. Taven James on it deep in the Bruins zone, far side. Bruins able to take it away. Elbert moves into the neutral ice, Beckwith off the wall, and that one went up into the face of Landon Fleming as the Bruins fire it up the near side. Comes back into the neutral ice. Fleming looks like he's all right as Elbert sweeps one around the boards. Svedin grabs the puck, gives it to Fleming. Fleming up for Spencer in the neutral ice. Back off the skate of Mahler, who was able to swipe it down into the Bruins zone. Ryder Reynolds off the skate of Lorenza, who moves it across to Williams, and Williams will let it float into the Toro zone as he goes for a change. Fleming up the far side, comes into the neutral ice. Bynum retreats into the Bruins zone. His pass intercepted by Gavin Middendorf. Middendorf had to wait for John Small to get onside as the Bruins have it back deep in their zone. Reynolds comes around the near side for Bynum. Bynum up into the neutral ice on the tape of Malkasian. Played back for John Small. Small couldn't keep it as Small now finds Adam Mahler in the Toro zone. Pass up, it's Billy Batten. Batten spins on the left wing, tries to backhand one on net, but it got blocked. Couple players tied up in the near corner. It's Malkasian up the far side of the ice, working around Hubert Clark. Malkasian hits the deck, no penalty from Hubert Clark, as that was just Malkasian tripping on his feet there. Loose out and taken by Jack Ohanneson. Ohanneson leaves it back for Hubert Clark. Clark pressured by Jackson Riley. Riley able to get in there. Riley's now taken down to the ground. Hubert Clark, however, was also tangled with Hirschfeld, as now it's Billy Batten leaving for Yahala. Yahala's shot gets blocked as it comes out into the near half wall. Hirschfeld back around behind the cage. And now getting tangled in there was Yahala. Bruins have it back. 11:40 to play. Ohanneson got a stick on it, but no one there to help him out as Haruza looks up the near side for Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld finds Haruza. Haruza racing in on the near side, but Hubert Clark is there defensively to tie him up as the Toros are able to get it out to the neutral ice. Melgren plays it across, comes back for Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld, center of the ice. Taking off the puck momentarily, able to get it around the boards. Yahala with a great stick to poke it free. Leaves it in the neutral ice for Braden Jockums. Jockums had it taken away by Sprates. Sprates now with space on the left wing. His shot was tipped by Hubert Clark. Clark back defensively once again. getting his stick in there. Chuck Owens couldn't find it far side as it's taken by Elbert. Elbert fires it down the ice as now a couple of players hit the deck, and this is going to draw a penalty. The question is, who is it going to be on? And it is going to be on the Toros. It's Ty James heading to the box with what will likely be a trip. Sends the Toros to the Papa John's penalty kill for the second time this game. Here's the replay. And from that angle, it looked like Malkasian just lost his footing. There wasn't much contact before he hit the ice. The contact was really forced by the fact that he fell to the ice. And then as a result, he got in the way as Ian Spencer now charges up the ice one-on-one. Spencer left side gets a shot in on Solomon. But Solomon snares that one with 10:36 to play. 8 seconds have expired off the Bruins power play. Bruins trying to knot this one up at 1. 10:36 to play here in the second period, about halfway through this game. Bruins lead shots on goal, 21-14, but the Toros up 1-0. Bynum takes it back beyond the goal of Solomon. Bynum resetting. Now gets it up far side for Malkasian. Malkasian leaves it back for Paddington. Paddington finds Lorenza across the blue line on the left side. Lorenza spins on the half wall, gets it up for Paddington. Paddington maneuvering around small, gives it back for Lorenza, who swivels it up to the top of the zone. Bynum back to Lorenza. He tries a shot off the glass, took a weird hop off a stanchion, back in play. Lorenza has it back on the left wing, retreats over to the half wall. Lorenza leaves it down in the corner for Malkasian. Shot tipped out in front. Malkasian has it back. Down to the goal line, it's Lorenza. Behind the cage is Svedin out in front. Not on target. Comes up the near side. No one at the point for the Austin Bruins as it'll come out to the neutral ice. 53 seconds to go on the power play. Luke Malkasian stopping on a dime. Comes forward. Hirschfeld working back behind the goal line as he hits the deck. Comes up for Williams. Williams down to the left wing, Malkasian. Malkasian leaves it at the goal line. Down in the corner, played up the wall for Williams. Over far side for Haruza on the right wing. Haruza looking for space. Down to the goal line. Toros laying off the pressure on the penalty kill. Williams top of the zone. Leaves it up. Williams tries a one-timer. A great block by Landon Fleming. 13 seconds remain on the power play. Malkasian on the goal line. Working out in front. Tip beyond the goal line. Comes into the near corner. 4 seconds until Ty James is released. Back around the boards for Haruza. Ty James is out of the box. Toros full strength. And they pick off the pass. Middendorf all alone on the breakout. Gavin Middendorf scores! Gavin Middendorf on the breakaway once again. Took it through the 5-hole of Solomon. He had so much time that he was able to deke out Solomon without worrying about a defender getting back on the play. Middendorf with the game's lone 2 goals, and here it is. You see how much space he has there. What a move. Faked like he was going to his right, plays it back through the legs of Solomon, and the Toros are out to a 2-0 lead. Sprates moves into the Toro zone on the left side, played away by by Jordan Gibbs. Centering pass is knocked out to the boards. Comes up the near side, lips it down to the half wall. Lips it taking off the puck. Comes free in the top of the Toro zone as Ian Spencer able to knock it up into the neutral ice. Svan Tessen works back down into the Toro's end. Near side where it's fired in toward the net. by Lipset. Back around the boards as it rings up the near side. Bynum on the puck with space, wraps back around to the far side. A good poke from Jack O'Hanneson to pressure Bynum as Ian Spencer is able to clear into the neutral ice. Bynum and O'Hanneson still tied up as Lipset gets that one off the wall, comes on Lucas Svedin as Gibbs played it back around up the far side and deep into the Bruins zone. Solomon leaves it down beyond the goal line. Chuck Owens was coming to pressure, but the Bruins got the puck away first. Now Luke Malkasian had to stop in the Toro zone as he lost it, plays it into the corner. Couple of players tied up beyond the goal line. Ty James trying to poke it free. It's Jack Edwards and Luke Malkasian. Malkasian wins the puck battle, works far side, turns and fires, comes up near side. Another shot is snared by Svedin. That one coming in from Ryan Lund. Let's take one more look at Gavin Middendorf's second goal of the game. First, it's the turnover. Played up for Gavin Middendorf. Middendorf all alone, right down Broadway. He sees the gap and slides the puck through. Billy Batten was the one to create the turnover and picks up the assist. So Billy Batten now extends his point streak to 13 games. Batten has 3 goals and 16 assists across his past 13 games. As we take a look at the Central Division leaders, Ian Spencer had the assist on Gavin Middendorf's first goal. He's up to 67. Lorenza at 74 leads the league, but Bruins yet to get on the board in this one, despite outshooting the Toros 24-15. And when you think of conventionally setting up an offense, the Bruins have done a better job than the Toros so far tonight. But 2-0 is the score that matters. Action resumes as the puck will drop to the right of Lucas Svedin. Controlled back, Ryan Lund takes it down to the goal line. Now wraps around, puck loose out in the slot, taken away by Jack Edwards. Edwards moves up the center of the ice across the blue line. Plays it down around the boards for Chuck Owens. Owens is tied up as Edwards is also now jammed up by Paddington. Comes out for Lund. Lund's in the far corner. Has Chuck Owens on his back. He's able to play it around for Mellgren. Mellgren couldn't get away from Noah Gibbs, who fired a shot, as now the Bruins are able to take it out to the neutral ice. In on the far side, Malkasian tries a shot, comes out to the right wing. Another shot up into the air, stays down as Alex Lorenza leaves it for Lund. A one-timer tip down in front. It's still loose, and Lucas Svedin falls on it once again. Opportunity after opportunity for the Austin Bruins, who have yet to capitalize. Lucas Svedin under siege. There's the first save where he sent it up into the air with his shoulder. And about 3 or 4 more followed as the Bruins were able to keep that puck dangerously out in front of Svedin. One back again by the Bruins. A long shot is snared by Svedin once again. Bruins have been controlling the face-off battle heavily, as that's allowed them to stay down in the Toros' end for a majority of this game. 6:01 to play in the second period. Small in the circle with Hirschfeld. Comes up top, taken by Ian Spencer. Spencer looks for Gavin Middendorf. Middendorf finds it on his tape in toward the net. Middendorf's taken down. Where's the penalty? No call comes as Gavin Middendorf was taken down to the ice. Clark back into the neutral ice. Hirschfeld had it taken off of his tape. Elbert now starts up for the Bruins as he'll ring it around the boards. Up on the far side, Hubert Clark leaves for John Small. Small resets behind the cages, Svedin. Now back for Hubert Clark. Clark up into the neutral ice with Riley on his back. Reynolds takes it away, sweeps it across for Williams. Williams has sprays off his stick and down into the near corner. Gibbs picks up the puck, plays it around the boards for Clark. Clark fires one near side to Middendorf onto the tape of Spencer, given back to Middendorf, working through Bynum. Middendorf now walled off as Middendorf has been fallen on. Middendorf is down in the corner with an Austin Bruins player on his back. 4:50 to go in the second period. As the Bruins come away from the pile with the puck, but Yahala is able to take it back for the Toros. Long shot from Ty James goes up into the netting, and they said that that puck went back beyond the blue line into the neutral ice, but Ty James was still in the Austin Bruins zone. Here's the play where Middendorf was taken down, and, well, the replay's clear, so Yahala gets it back. Ty James across for Kevin Perreault. Perreault into the skates of Billy Baden as Baden plays it deep into the Bruins zone. Bynum looks far side, but whiffing was Reynolds, taken back by Yahala, and Yahala is now, did he draw the penalty? He did, in for O'Hanneson. Perreault top of the zone, delayed penalty on the Bruins as Perreault able to keep the puck away, but did it go off the skates of Lucas Svedin? If it did, it could possibly be a too many men on the Toros, and that's not going to be the call, though. So Reynolds heads to the box. Looked like a hold was the call, as the Toros will go to the First Western Bank and Trust power play for the first time tonight, with an opportunity to extend their lead out to 3. Jesse Yahala, good work there. Yahala managed to stay on his feet as Ryder Reynolds got tangled up with Yahala. Toros to the man advantage where they're just over 24%, second in the NAHL. Billy Baden shovels one up the wall for Ian Spencer. Spencer up to the top of the zone for Adam Mahler. Down to Jesse Yahala. Back up top, it's Mahler. Mahler skates in, shot. Saved by Jack Solomon. Wrapping his glove around the puck with 3:58 to go in the second period and a minute 48 to go on the Toros power play. A couple of early changes for the Bruins as Hirschfeld and Svantesson come in on the penalty kill. Toros' first power play unit out on the ice: Jesse Yahala, Billy Baden, Jack O'Hanneson, Ian Spencer, and Adam Mahler. O'Hanneson to the right of the draw, or Baden to the right, O'Hanneson to the left. But the Bruins win it back, comes around far side for Svantesson, who's able to get it all the way down the ice on the net of Svedin, who plays it away from Hirschfeld, who flies into the net. O'Hanneson has Yahala. Yahala swivels one across for O'Hanneson on the left wing. Not much behind his shot. Solomon made the save. Baden gets it back, works it to Adam Mahler. Mahler down to the left wing for O'Hanneson. Back up top, Adam Mahler. Dropped off, finds its way to Yahala, sends it down to the goal line for Billy Baden. Spencer takes over, shimmies it up the far side. Adam Mahler walled off by Svantesson. Comes free, top of the zone. Yahala takes it as he'll sweep it around the boards to Billy Baden. Baden in the far corner, knifing through traffic. He has O'Hanneson, his shot saved. Rebound comes out to the corner. Baden tied up with a couple of Bruins defenders. O'Hanneson gets it up for Adam Mahler. Mahler across to Yahala. Yahala shot, save made, and it's once again goes out to the far corner. Yahala on the far half wall, plays it around. Ian Spencer picks it up, centers the pass for Baden. Couldn't redirect it in on net as the Bruins clear down the ice. Both sides going to make some changes in. Second power play unit out on the ice for the Toros. Jordan Gibbs finds Gavin Middendorf. Middendorf with the game's lone 2 goals, drops for John Small. Back into Middendorf on the left side. Middendorf turns away and now gets tied up. On the far half wall, 5 seconds to go on the power play. Jochums has Small. His shot saved by Solomon. Off his arm, Small gets it back. Looking for Middendorf, settles down, a bouncing puck. Backhands it around, taken by Bynum. Bynum can't keep it. Noah Gibbs, top of the zone for Jordan Gibbs. Jordan Gibbs is tripped up. No call comes of it. Lorenza moves into the neutral ice. Lorenza in on the far side. Stops on the half wall. Plays one in across. Melgren picks it up. He tries a shot. Rebounds is covered by Svedin with 1:42 to go in the second period. Toros with a 2-goal advantage with 1:42 to go in the second. Stays in the circle to the right as Svedin comes around for Ian Spencer. Spencer gets it up into the air. Hirschfeld able to keep it. Backhands one down, looking for Riley. Toros get it back. It's Ohanesen near side into the neutral ice as Ohanesen flips one down off the glass in the far corner. Riley with space for the Bruins through the legs of John Small. It's Ryan Lund in on the right side. Lund stops, centers a pass. No redirect there for the Bruins. Beyond the goal line, Luke Malkasian hits the deck. Adam Mahler applying pressure from behind. Mahler has Ian Spencer. Spencer slows it down in the neutral ice. Now he races forward, left for John Small. Ohanesen near side, shot through traffic, saved. Rebound straight to Beckwith, and Hirschfeld moves into the Toro zone. Across for Elbert, in, but couldn't connect with Luke Malkasian. 2-on-1 for the Toros. Small on the right, looks back off the body of Billy Batten. Toros couldn't capitalize on the 2-on-1, just a little bit high from the pass from John Small. Now Ty James sweeps one in, high slot, tipped out to Yahala. Yahala through the legs of Jordan Gibbs, comes down the ice. 20 seconds to play in the second period. Toros looking for one more chance. Yahala has Chuck Owens. Owens wraps around. Owens taking off the puck as it's covered by Jack Solomon, as this game has been chippy over the past few minutes. Haven't really seen any big shoves or any punches thrown after the whistle, but players continuing to claw away at each other, clearly unhappy, but both sides know the importance of staying at full strength. It's unlike when Tyler Shaver squared off with Davin Nichols. Both of those guys knew exactly where they were going after that fight. Neither of these teams wants to fall down a man for either 2 or 5 minutes. 10.9 seconds to go. Ohanesen in the shooting hole behind Yahala, but the Bruins win the faceoff once again. Bynum high off the glass, goes into the Toros bench where our trainer, Meg, looked like she was hit by the puck, but she's laughing it off. Face-off in the same spot to the left of Solomon. Right circle, 5.2 seconds to go in the period. Ohanesen still lined up in the shooting hole to the left of Jesse Ahala. Comes back for Ohanesen, tries a shot, gets blocked as Lipset works it out to the neutral ice, and that will do it for the second period. Gavin Middendorf with 2 breakaway goals, and that is the difference in this game so far, as the Toros take a 2-goal advantage to the second intermission. 20 minutes to try and hold on to a 2-0 advantage. We'll be back down by the ice with Gavin Middendorf here momentarily, but for now, We'll step aside from Riverside Arena, and we'll be back with the Four Bears Casino and Lodge intermission report.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Find your plan today. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue, carry on.
I am Melissa Mack, and I do collections and loans at Aspire Credit Union.
My name is Amy Rasmussen, and I am the Member Experience Coordinator at Aspire Credit Union.
I think it's very important to give back to our community to show that we care. I think that we're very good at showing our members we care, and they see us out in the community.
What I like most about working at Aspire Credit Union, it is very family oriented. We feel like one big happy family, and Aspire knows that your family always comes first.
I'll always remember when I first started. I showed up to work and my whole office was decorated in Mexican theme because I was going to be going to Mexico. I remember just being so shocked and so honored that they did that for me. I just think that's really special that Aspire allows us to develop those relationships with our coworkers.
We do a lot of fun things. We have the best potlucks ever. Kind of brings us together, and everyone just kind of helps each other out.
Aspire to more.
The puck, the net, the crowd, the moment. A chance to make history. Just like that perfect play, we're here to help you win at your financial game. At Great River Federal Credit Union, we offer competitive rates and innovative technology designed to empower you to achieve your goals. Become a member of Great River and score a $100 bonus when you use promo code Hockey100. Visit greatriverfcu.org/Hockey100 for details and open your account. Member NCUA.
We had a member that came into the credit union who doesn't historically come in. She went up to the teller line and said she wanted $25,000 in cash. The teller kind of questioned her about it, and she said, "I'm buying a car," but she was kind of fidgety. And is that when she went to you first?
She had to make a phone call to see who it was payable to, and that was
Which is
red
way
flag.
weird. I mean, that's a huge red flag. And that's kind of when I came up there and I just said, "Are you comfortable coming to my office if we just sit down and talk about this?"
And that's where you took the phone and talked to the person on the other line, right?
Then to hit the button on the phone and disconnect them, for her to say, "Thank you."
I'd rather ask the uncomfortable questions than hear that I just assisted someone losing $25,000.
Perfect. That's when you know you did a good job that day.
As long as you have the back of someone in the midst of an overdose, North Dakota's Good Samaritan Law has yours. Learn how to save a life at behavioralhealth.nd.gov.
Opioids. Fill with care.
I'm down by the ice with Ian Spencer for the Farmers Union intermission interview. Ian, you forced the turnover that led to Gavin Middendorf's first breakaway goal. Defensively, what were you seeing on that play?
I mean, I saw they got a forward high, and usually one of our center D takes that guy, but no one was there, so I just kind of had to stay on my guy but also take him and just kind of put it right on my tape.
Toros lead 2-0 going into the third period. What do the Toros need to do to hold on to this lead?
I mean, play the same way we have been, kind of just do the right things. When you play a good team, it's all about the details, and I think we're doing good with that. We just got 20 more minutes.
All right, thanks, Ian.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Find your plan today. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue, carry on.
I am Melissa Mack, and I do collections and loans at Aspire Credit Union.
My name is Amy Rasmussen, and I'm the Member Experience Coordinator at Aspire Credit Union.
I think it's very important to give back to our community to show that we care. I think that we're very good at showing our members we care, and they see us out in the community.
What I like most about working at Aspire Credit Union, it is very family oriented. We feel like one big happy family, and Aspire knows that your family always comes first.
I'll always remember when I first started. I showed up to work and my whole office was decorated in Mexican theme because I was going to be going to Mexico. I remember just being so shocked and so honored that they did that for me. I just think that's really special that Aspire allows us to develop those relationships with our coworkers.
We do a lot of fun things. We have the best potlucks ever. Kind of brings us together, and everyone just kind of helps each other out.
Aspire to more.
At Northwest Tire, we have tires for everyone. Needs tires that are reliable and safe to get her family where they need to be. Needs a tire that's heavy duty for all of his off-roading adventures. Needs tires that can get him from point A to point B. No matter what you drive or your budget,
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
The puck, the net, the crowd, the moment. A chance to make history. Just like that perfect play, we're here to help you win at your financial game. At Great River Federal Credit Union, we offer competitive rates and innovative technology designed to empower you to achieve your goals. Become a member of Great River and score a $100 bonus when you use promo code Hockey100. Visit greatriverfcu.org/Hockey100 for details and open your account. Member NCUA.
I'm Lucas Studin, and you're watching Minotauros hockey at NAHLTV.com.
All right, we're good.
Welcome back to the Forebears Casino and Lodge Intermission Report. I'm Evan Epstein, Kobe Brault alongside for the Forebears Casino and Lodge Intermission Report. Kobe, an eventful period. Toros scored the same way twice. A Gavin Middendorf breakaway goal.
Yeah, let's take a look at the scoring here in the second period. Like you said, Middendorf getting both goals, but it was kind of two separate instances of great defense that set it up. As you see here, just a great read by Spence, who you just talked to at the intermission report there. And Middendorf breaking free. And then this second goal, Evan, I thought it was really interesting how Middendorf chose to go about this breakaway.
Yeah, and, Ken Oda not here this weekend, but still letting us know his analysis. Well, he said that Middendorf looked like he was going for the same shot, tucked it back last second. As soon as that area between his legs opens up, and Ken was absolutely right. You see him pull it to the forehand just like he did on the first breakaway goal, sees the opening, slides it through, and Middendorf gets the Toros out to a 2-0 lead. Both goals come in the second period. Toros still getting outshot pretty heavily, 31-21, 16-10 in the period, as overall the Bruins have had a lot of pressure in the Toros zones, but right now they've been getting goal lead by Lucas Svedin.
Yeah, a lot of good looks, a lot of good opportunities for the Bruins. Not to take anything away from the Toros defense, this team is in second place for a reason. This team has been lights out as of late. We talked about it on All Access the other day. I think it's interesting. The Bruins, Bobcats, and Toros are all 7-3 in their last 10. Very even across the board. But, yeah, Bruins controlling the play. Getting some good looks, but yeah, Swedes is one of the best in the league for a reason, and I mean Solomon's one of the best too. Besides those two breakaways, Solomon stood on his head just the same.
Right, and it seems like when both sides have been able to set up an offense, it's been Solomon and Svedin that have been preventing this game from being a high-scoring game because, frankly, we've seen a lot more offense than defense from both sides of the ice with a lot of opportunities. Toros had their first power play opportunity of the game in the second period, couldn't convert. Bruins had a power play opportunity in the second period, their second of the game after the Adam Mahler penalty in the first. They're 0 for 2 now on their power play opportunities, but both sides on the power play were able to work pucks free to the back door. I thought O'Hannesson had a great look from the right wing, but he wasn't quite able to handle the pass, unable to get what you expect to be a dangerous shot to come of it. But they've been able to work the puck into dangerous spots. You see rebounds increases on both sides. They just haven't found the back of the net.
And one thing I've noticed, too, that Austin's been doing, which you got to do when you're getting goalied, they are screening Lucas left, right, and center. They are throwing bodies in front of him, trying to make it difficult on him, trying to get the redirect. And, you know, it's going to be a greasy goal or two that's going to get them back into it. You hope the Toros can add on one more here. But, I mean, Evan, we're having so much fun. It's only night one of this series, and then we get to do it again back at the Mesa Arena. Tickets.minotauroshockey.com. Next weekend, Friday and Saturday night, just 3 home games left in the regular season. Obviously, we locked our playoff spot in, so we'll get at least 1 home game for the playoffs. Hopefully, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. But either way, I mean, this one's been awesome. I'm guessing tomorrow will have a similar feel, and I know for a fact that the Mesa will be rocking next weekend, so you may as well grab your tickets right now. Scan that QR code, tickets.minotauroshockey.com. Get them before we sell out.
Yeah, like you said, 4 in a row. Great atmosphere if you're here at the Riverside Arena, but, I mean, Mesa Arena is going to be slammed next weekend, and the fans have such a good understanding of exactly what each game means because, like we said in the pregame show, tonight is the biggest game of the year for the Toros. And then tomorrow night will be the biggest game for the year for the Toros. And it's just going to continue as we go down these final 4 series because the Toros are playing 3 competitive teams over the final 4 series, which makes for exciting hockey each and every night. As now we'll look around the Central Division once again. Aberdeen Wings up 3-2 on the Minnesota Mallards. So the Wings, I believe, were in 4th, tied at 56 points with the St. Cloud Norsemen coming into tonight's game, but they had the tiebreaker in wins. Meanwhile, the St. Cloud Norsemen and the Bismarck Bobcats are even at 3 aside. That's a fantastic game going on in Bismarck right now. Bismarck tying that one up with just 1:41 to go in the second period. Bobcats, as we've mentioned, 3 points on top of both the Bruins and the Toros. And so everyone here, that might be the one common alliance is that they want Bismarck to lose.
Yeah, and they've been announcing they got the 3HL playoffs going on right now. A lot of Rochester Grizzly fans are also Austin Bruin fans. They've been announcing the Rochester score against the West Bend Power, but they have not announced any Central Division scores. I feel like that announcing that Bobcats game would probably get a rise out of this crowd. But, yeah, 3-3, and you look at it, with this many games left in the season, we could be looking at these exact same matchups just a few weeks down the line, right? Bruins and Toros are on a collision course. Hopefully Toros can pull ahead and get that 1 seed, as we talked about many times. But looking at that, maybe more realistically that 2 or 3, and St. Cloud fighting for that 4, which, we could be running this back 3 weeks from now. Toros back here in Austin, hopefully, obviously, home ice advantage is the goal. But, it's just, I said it first intermission, just the best time of the year, man. I mean, we're talking about March Madness, kicking off yesterday, but we got some March Madness in the Central Division right now happening right in front of us. And, there's nothing like it.
Yeah, and Kobe, you mentioned how the Bruins and Toros are on a collision course once again. We talk about it in the first period, but that's just what's going on right now for the Minot Minotauros is we're focused on this playoff race, and the reason they're on a collision course is because of the schedules. The Bismarck Bobcats have by far the easiest schedule the rest of the way. They're not pictured here, but they play the Norsemen, the Bulls, the Mallards, and then they play the Toros at the for the final series of the season. Toros 3 points back of the Bobcats right now. That's where they need to be going into that final series, but they have to play 4 against the Bruins, including tonight's game, which is looking good to this point. But you don't want to get ahead of yourself.
Yeah, we're knocking on wood, folks. Don't worry. But yeah, and you think back on what Ken said in the pregame show. Keys to the game: 60 full minutes, right? The Toros need to come out here for this final 20 and need to put the foot on the gas. You pop another goal and keep playing this this stellar defense and hope that Swedes can stay hot. And you'll be walking out of here with, at worst, a split. But you know the Bruins, especially coming out to start the third period, are going to push, and they're going to push hard. So the Toros got to cross their T's, dot their I's, and make sure that they don't end up losing momentum in this one, because all it takes, we saw it last Friday against North Iowa, right? Down 2 goals going into the third. You pop that one, building starts to get, louder and louder, and then all of a sudden you pop that second one and you're into overtime. So Toros, very, very pivotal 5 to 10 minutes coming out of the break here.
And starting line for the Austin Bruins was Sprates, Hirschfeld, and Riley. But their top line is without a doubt Paddington, Lorenza, and Malkasian. Going into this series talking about, with Ken, with you, with everyone, that line with Paddington, Lorenza, and Malkasian might be the only line that rivals the top 2 of the Toros in the Central of the Baden Yahalo, Hanneson, Spencer, Small, and Middendorf. And they've been able to apply some pressure, but they haven't had clean looks in front of the net. It's been long shots. They've been able to screen up pucks well, but I bet if you go into that Bruins locker room, they're looking for open shots out in front of Lucas Vedin rather than a tip out in front.
Yeah, and one thing that has been dangerous in the Toros zone is the face-off plays. Toros known for their face-off plays. Bruins also known for their face-off plays and have had some really good looks off of the draw. So Toros need to do a good job in the defensive zone of winning those face-offs, clearing those pucks. And like I said, 20 more minutes, and we get to do it all again tomorrow. That's the best part.
Yeah, and you mentioned the face-offs. I think that's been the one struggle for the Toros in this game, and that's really prevented them from controlling the puck throughout these first 40 minutes. They've lost a vast majority of the draws. As you see on your screen once again, we still have St. Patrick's Day jerseys up on dashapp.io for the Luck of the Toros auction part 2.
Part 2, yes, sir.
I believe there's about 8, 9, or 10.
Honestly, I'm going to pull it up right now because I don't know off the top of my head, and that is, I'm willing to admit that to the Toro fans, that I do not know that off the top of my head, so give me 1 second.
Well, I should have been prepared given that I was coming in with that.
Nah, you're good. Honestly, though, Evan, first time in Austin, I was telling you before the game, this might be the most full I've ever seen this building. What's your overall impression of the what Ken calls the spam can?
It's packed, but it's been quiet.
Yeah.
And the reason is the Bruins haven't been able to find the back of the net in the first period. You saw some rising tension throughout the fans. You saw them getting into it, but Gavin Middendorf has silenced this place over the prior 20 with his 2 breakaway goals. It's a good atmosphere, and you can tell that if the Bruins are able to put one in, it's going to blow the top off this place. But I think the reason that the Toros need to make sure that doesn't happen is you want to prevent Austin from gaining any sort of momentum.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I'm saying, man. The first 5 to 10 of this third period is going to be pivotal. 10 jerseys up on Dash, by the way. Sorry, I looked it up. Took me a second there, but 10 jerseys up for bid. You may as well head over there. Just see what the bids are at. If they're within your price range, throw a couple of bucks at them and see what happens. But either way, those jerseys are going quick. That event will end March 24th. So 3 days from now, you got 3 days left to bid. So you may as well get in there and bid right now.
Just a couple minutes remain until both sides will be back out for the final 20 minutes. That'll do it for us on the Four Bears Casino and Lodge Intermission Report. When we come back, 20 minutes to decide this one between the Toros and Bruins. Toros lead 2-0.
The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Nicotine can harm brain development, which continues to about age 25. Know the risks. Visit ecigarettes.surgeongeneral.gov to learn more. This message is brought to you by the 1st District Health Unit and the Minot Minotauros.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hill.
And I'm Evan Epstein.
And we host Toros All Access every Monday through Thursday at 3 p.m. Central.
We cover everything you need to know about the Minotauros, previewing upcoming series, interviewing players and coaches, and breaking down game footage.
You can watch on Facebook or YouTube to keep up with the Minotauros.
I'm Jacko Hamilton. You're watching Minotauros hockey on NAHLTV.com.
20 minutes to play here from Riverside Arena in Austin, Minnesota. The Minot Minotauros are up 2-0 on the Austin Bruins. Gavin Middendorf with the game's 2 goals. And it's Jesse Ahala's line to start the third period for the Toros. Still the starting line of Hirschfeld, Sprates, and Riley for the Austin Bruins. You can feel the energy building in this building. Yahala and Hirschfeld in the circle. Toros, a 2-goal lead. And we're off here in the third period. Comes back for Elbert. Elbert sends one into the near corner in the Toro zone. Riley gets it down around the boards. Adam Mahler has positioning. Mahler can't work it by an Austin Bruin. Hirschfeld wrapping around, and Svedin grabs the puck. 16 seconds into period number 3. Svedin is always fantastic at making sure he knows where the puck is. He saw Hirschfeld behind his cage. Moved from the far post to near post in positioning to make the stop. That's Svedin's 32nd save of the game. Bruins win the drop, but it comes up for Billy Batten. Batten works into the Austin zone, out for O'Hannison, taking off the puck. Now, far side, it's Paddington. Paddington up into the neutral ice. Paddington into the Toro zone, works on the right side, lobs the shot in, comes up wide left. Paddington plays it up top for Williams, down into the corner. Beyond the goal line where Jesse Ahala starts up ice, he has Billy Batten near side. Batten sweeps it into the neutral ice for Fleming. Fleming shovels one around the boards as Solomon comes out to play the puck. Toro's getting a change in, comes into the neutral ice off the stick of Paddington. Paddington controls, he's all alone, taking it down to the goal line, now wrapping around far side, sweeps one into the slot, and Hirschfeld was crashing in on the net, able to jam one in on Lucas Svedin. But once again, Svedin was there to make the stop. That puck just floated down beyond the crease. Paddington does a good job, goes off the skate of Jordan Gibbs, and Hirschfeld tries to poke one by. Drop in the Toro zone to the left of Lucas Svedin. Stays in the circle, comes back for the Bruins up top. Long shot gets blocked out in traffic. Hubert Clark now tied up with Jake Sprates. Sprates skates into the high slot. His shot is blocked by a diving John Small. Down in the far corner, Small able to get there, sends it around the boards. Reynolds back down into the corner. Small taken down to the ice on his knees. Riley centers a pass in for Hirschfeld, couldn't handle it, and Spencer takes it into the neutral ice. Spencer shovels one down, comes all the way around the boards. Solomon leaves for Bynum, up for Reynolds. Reynolds, long pass across into the neutral ice, is sent deep into the Toro zone, near corner, as that hit a stanchion and came straight out. Lucky bounce for the Toros as Middendorf will dump it into the Austin zone. Solomon was trying to play it, but the whistle blew before he could let it go for one of his teammates, as that will force a drop in the Bruins defensive zone. They'll take it to the left of Solomon. Jack Edwards, Chuck Owens, Braden Jochums, Jordan Gibbs, and Connor Toohey out for the Toros. Bruins control once again, comes around for Ludwig Mellgren. Mellgren looks up the near side for Sven Tessin into the neutral ice. Owens flips it up into the air. Comes down for Solomon. Solomon off the back wall. Far side up the wall. A whistle blows, and they're going to say it was played with a high stick by the Bruins, which will keep the drop down in the Toros' offensive zone, in the Bruins' defensive zone. No changes made between the last face-off as Edwards looks to come forward. Lund plays it around the boards. Chuck Owens gets there, up the wall for Jordan Gibbs. Gibbs, center of the ice, through traffic, comes out wide left. Edwards picks up the puck beyond the goal line, moves up the wall. Lost it as Mellgren takes it in the far corner. Jochum's able to work it back for the Toros. He's trying to kick it back as he finally reclaims the puck. Tried a shot, blocked in traffic. And now Mellgren comes into the neutral ice. Mellgren into the Toro zone on the right side. Jordan Gibbs takes him off the puck. A great stick from Gibbs to poke it free. Two Toros now tying off. An Austin Bruins player in the corner comes free to Malkasian. Malkasian spinning away from traffic. Down on the goal line, up the near side. Up to the point, left side for Hirschfeld. Tries a shot. Blocker save. And up into the netting. With 16:52 to play, Trace Day was knocked down to the ice. The linesman immediately came in to try and make sure that nothing developed as a result. It's been a relatively clean game since the initial fight between Davin Nichols and Tyler Shaver. Stays in the circle and comes out to the side. Around for Adam Mahler, behind the net is Svedin, up to Billy Batten. Batten clears out to the neutral ice, far side, where the Bruins are able to get it back. Malkasian moves in far side, down into the corner, spins one into the slot. Yahala picks it up for the Toros. Toros might have numbers the other way. O'Hannesson moved one in. Williams able to kick it back out, and Paddington holds behind the net of Solomon. Paddington off the wall, far side, comes up to the point for Adam Mahler. Mahler tripped up, no penalty, 2-on-1 for the Bruins. It's Lorenza on the left side. Lorenza whiffed on the shot. O'Hannesson takes it away, gets it to Yahala out in neutral. Yahala looking for space, and he has some. Forward to Gavin Middendorf. Middendorf shot, blocker into the near corner. Beckwith comes out of the pile with the puck as Elbert now has Beckwith far side off his stick and down beyond the goal line in the Toro zone. James gets there first, sends it around the near side where Ian Spencer looks ahead for Middendorf, too far out in front of him, taken back by the Bruins. Left beyond the goal line for Ashton Bynum. Bynum into the near corner, pressured by Middendorf. coming in to help Middendorf is Small. Spencer out in front, couldn't get a shot off, as now it's Sprates moving forward for the Bruins. Offsides, though, as Connor Beckwith was across the blue line before Sprates was with the puck. 15-18 to play in the third. Offsides brought to you by Affinity First Federal Credit Union. Here's the 2-on-1 chance. That's Landon Fleming laying out to prevent a pass and really prevents the shot, as well as Fleming keeps this one to a 2-0 game. A quick whistle and another offsides is going to be called with 15-14 to play. As now we'll get you a look at this defensive play by Landon Fleming. Fleming able to get his stick on it. He didn't whiff on the shot. It was Fleming to poke it free. A quick whistle off the draw. And this is going to be a penalty on Ian Spencer. High sticking appeared to be the call. And now Spencer jawing with a couple players on the Austin Bruins bench. Spencer to the box for 2 as the Bruins return to the power play for the third time this game. And you've got to think right now, if you're the Austin Bruins, down by 2, still 15-10 to go in the third period, this is their biggest opportunity of the game, a chance to get back into it and try and gain momentum. Bynum spins it up top. Malkasian looks in. Back for Bynum. Bynum lost it in his skates as Chuck Owens is able to knock it down the ice. Solomon takes it back behind his cage. He has Ashton Bynum. Bynum into the neutral ice. Center of the ice, plays it back for Lorenza. Lorenza works up the far side. Chuck Owens gets tangled in the way as the puck gets chipped up to neutral. And now do we have another penalty coming of it? I think we do. It's going to go against the Toros once again. So the Bruins will go to the 5-on-3 for 1:35, 25 seconds of 5-on-4 after that as Chuck Owens went to the box. Toros did not like that call. We'll take one more look at it. Bynum leaves it back. Now Chuck Owens working far side, and Lorenza got caught up with Chuck Owens. Chuck Owens, a trip is the call. But it was really Lorenza that seemingly grabbed Owens. Comes up top for Malkasian. 5-on-3 for the Bruins. Bynum up top. He fires a shot, save made by Svedin, and now Adam Mahler with a little bit of pushing after the whistle. Looking to see if that's Paddington or Lorenza. It's Paddington. Paddington sporting number 9, Lorenza number 19. As Lorenza now comes in to take the face-off against John Small. Small, Fleming, and Mahler out to try and kill this 5-on-3 for the Toros. Bynum spins it up top for Malkasian. Back over to Bynum. Thought about the one-timer. Bynum into the high slot. Finds Lorenza on the right wing. Lorenza moves center of the ice. Left back for Malkasian. Pass through the slot. Comes up on the far wall for Lorenza. Now it's Bynum center of the ice. Bynum races in. Looks for Lorenza. Didn't get much on the shot. Came up well right. Back up top for Bynum. Bynum looks for help. He has Malkasian. Over to Lorenza on the right wing. Back up top Bynum. Lorenza's one-timer saved by Svedin. Knocked out beyond the goal line into the near corner. Bynum working in once again. He'll try a shot. Score! Ashton Bynum gets the Bruins on the board. Bynum cuts the deficit to 1. When you have 1 minute and 35 seconds of a 5-on-3, it's tough to prevent shots from racking up, which is what happened for the Austin Bruins. Bynum from the high slot through traffic, and it gets through. So that releases a man from the box for the Toros. 5-on-4 now for the Bruins for another minute. Luke Malkasian will send it around the boards, comes up for Ludwig Mellgren. Mellgren far side, spins it around the boards. He has Beckwith. Beckwith near side, back arounds for Malkasian. Now near corner, Beckwith once again plays it up the wall. He's got Hirschfeld over center of the ice. One-timer from Lund, blocked out to the far corner. Mellgren takes it up top for Lund. Lund down to the far half wall. Cross-ice pass. Mellgren's one-timer is squeezed by Lucas Fedin with 13:15 to go in the third and 30 seconds to go on the penalty kill for the Toros. Austin now 1 for 4 on their power play opportunities this game. This will be power play number 5 now after failing to convert on the, or after converting, pardon me, on the 5-on-3. Lorenza and Small in the circle, comes straight out to the side toward the slot. Paddington turns and tried a shot, got blocked by Fleming. Spencer couldn't take it in the neutral ice. Fleming gets in there, and now moving back in is Riley to Lorenza. Malkasian shot comes up wide right beyond the goal line where Mahler has space far side. Mahler fires one onto the net of Solomon as that almost got through. Dangerously close to a crazy goal from Mahler. Shot the other way, comes off the glass in the Toro zone, near boards, down on the half wall into the corner for Alex Lorenza. Center of the ice now, Lund's his shot, blocked in traffic, comes out to the far corner. Lorenza, top of the zone, through traffic. Svedin made the kick save, but he didn't see the rebound. Another one fired in through the crease, comes out on the far wall. Toros have been at full strength for about 20 seconds now. Near side, Batten got it past Mellgren. Now Ohannesson takes it into the neutral ice. Ohannesson left side, now high slot, working it for Billy Batten. Batten couldn't take it off the skates of Mellgren. Batten takes it back in the far corner. He's walled off by Mellgren as Lund taps it back for Malkasian. Malkasian off the skate of Jesse Yahala, falls to Billy Batten. Batten leaves for Ohannesson on the right wing. Shot comes up near side for Kevin Perreault. Perreault couldn't keep it. Yahala takes it back to neutral. Yahala turned away from the puck. Hirschfeld moves in to the Toro zone on the right side. Shovels one in. Loose out in front, and Svedin grabs the puck with 11:35 to play in the third. Another look at the chance out in front of Lucas Svedin. That one wasn't the most dangerous. There was one about a minute before where Svedin never saw the tip. It went off his pad. It's Van Tessen who couldn't get a shot through Connor Toohey. Noah Gibbs in the neutral ice, chips it down into the corner. Taven James to try and chase it down. Comes up far side, sent in by Toohey. Van Tessen works it into the neutral ice. He'll flip it down into the far corner. Toohey first to the puck for the Toros. Leaves it for Taven James. Comes up for Braden Jockums. Jockums forward into the neutral ice, far side. Solomon finds it, plays it up the far wall. Coming in now is Taven James. Noah Gibbs taking a hack at it. Comes back in as Jockums is tied up. And Jockums' defensive pressure allows Noah Gibbs to come away with the puck. He'll send a shot in from beyond the blue line, played out to the far corner by Solomon. Reynolds now working from beyond the goal line in the Bruins zone, up the far wall through the legs of Lipset as Trace Day slides it around the boards. Trace Day, far corner, Gavin Middendorf applying pressure. Lipset in to help out, but Day able to come away with the puck. Leaves it back for Lipset. Lipset backhands one around the boards. Long shot, stick save, and up into the netting with 10:15 to play in the period. And shots on goal not only favors the Bruins have dominated 42-24, 11-3 in this period. Now they had the 5-on-3 as well as the 5-on-4. But they've had a healthy advantage in each of the first 3 periods in that department. Drop to the right of Lucas Svedin. Small facing off against Mellgren. Mellgren moved in a little quick, and Small able to control. Ty James backhands it around too far in front of Ian Spencer. Mellgren sweeps it back the other way beyond the goal line. Beckwith tied up as Hubert Clark plays it far side. Gavin Middendorf angled away by Trace Day. Comes out in front as Ty James able to kick it to Gavin Middendorf. Hands to John Small. Small working around Ryan Lund's far side. Now in toward the center of the ice as Solomon made the save. John Small had an open part of the net, but just didn't hang on to the puck for quite enough as icing goes against the Bruins. We'll take a look at that replay. Small, terrific work, kniving through defenders, and just pulled the trigger a split second too early. And it stayed behind Jack Solomon. Solomon needed his teammate to play it away. If Ettore was first to the rebound, it would be 3-1. Yahala gets it straight back. Ohannesson across for Jordan Gibbs. Gibbs' shot gets blocked. Gibbs keeps it in and put down by the hand of Ryan Lund. Lund moves across on the right side toward the center of the ice. Lund pressured out in front. Day redirected one, but it somehow didn't go. Elbert's one-timer kick save from Svedin. Perreault puts it down, and Perreault now has it. He hits the deck with Paddington applying pressure. Comes free, hit the official as Jordan Gibbs now starts up ice. Gibbs, center of the ice into neutral as he'll ring it around the boards. Solomon there to grab the puck. He has Ryan Lund's far side. Toro's getting a change in. Malkasian moves in, can't get around Adam Mahler. Pass out in front, slip through the crease, back on at Paddington. Now Williams trying to get around Jesse Yahala. He does, couldn't get much on a shot. Comes around the near side, Paddington to keep it in. Paddington drops it back around the boards for Lorenza. Lorenza up the far side, turns on the half wall, back down to the goal line, and it's taken away by Adam Mahler. Gavin Middendorf now far side, working it back into Mahler, but taken back by Williams up into the neutral ice for Lorenza. Lorenza moves into the Toro zone center of the ice, working away from Adam Mahler as Mahler shoved Lorenza to the ground. They're going to say it was clean as Riley up the near side fires it back around the boards. Middendorf gets there first, moves it out to neutral. Riley can't keep it. Middendorf takes over. Back for Jack Edwards. His shot finds the glove of Jack Solomon with 7:56 to play. After what was almost a disastrous sequence for the Toros, they came back with a dangerous opportunity of their own. Here's a look at the prior opportunity for the Austin Bruins. Lund through traffic, and Day got a good piece of it to get it back on net, but he sent it right at Lucas Svedin. If that's at the near post, this game's probably tied, but we've said that a lot. There have been a lot of scoring chances for both sides, with neither side seemingly able to convert. It's been true for the Toros. It's been true for the Bruins. It has made this an absolutely terrific matchup. 7:56 to go. Svedin back out on the ice. Shots favor the Bruins 45-26 in this game. Toros have had just one power play opportunity. Came back in the second period. for the Bruins. They've had 4. They were able to convert on the 5-on-3. The shot through traffic from Ashton Bynum. That they said it did not take a tip, just got through. Face-off in the Bruin zone. Stays on the circle, now tangled in the skates of the linesman. Lund comes back beyond the goal line with the puck. Far side through the skates of Lipset. Bynum picks it up near side off the wall and all the way down the ice. Toros will win the race as icing is called against the Bruins with 7:39 to go. Icing brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center. Owens' unit still on the ice. Owens to the left of the faceoff with Edwards taking it. Jockham's to the right. Up top to the left is Clark. Ty James across from Clark. And once again, the Bruins win the draw. Lund moves up the near side into the Toro zone. Left for Beckwith. Beckwith couldn't handle it. Long shot from Bynum is well high into the netting. It took a tip either off of a Toro player or off a Bruin. Not quite sure. 7:27 to go in the third. Smalls line back out for the Toros, and it's Lorenza and the top line for the Austin Bruins. Small able to steer it back for Middendorf, who plays it off the glass, comes into the neutral ice. Hirschfeld waits for his men to get back on side, sends it deep into the Toro zone. Now it's John Small working through defenders. He has Gavin Middendorf. Middendorf spins in the Bruins zone, sweeps it in around the boards. Melgren has positioning, looks up the wall as Hirschfeld will take it away. Jordan Gibbs retreating from the point. Back in through Connor Toohey. Hirschfeld from a tough angle, rings up the near side. Williams across the blue line. He's got Elbert shot wide right. A couple of players screening that puck out in front. Spencer able to get it back to neutral. Hirschfeld holds, sweeps it across. Now in on the far side is Gus Elbert. Elbert pressured by Toohey. Toohey angling him toward the wall. Puck is still down by the skates of Connor Toohey. John Small just beyond the pile. Malkasian comes away with it. He swivels it back around to the near corner where Jordan Gibbs is pressured by Evan Malkasian. Malkasian chips it toward the right wing down in the skates of Luke Malkasian. Malkasian working away from Jordan Gibbs. Backhanded one into the slot, played out, and Spencer clears. Elbert had his pass picked off by Yahala. Yahala in toward the high slot, poked away. Billy Batten coming in there, but Elbert back on the puck for the Bruins. Bruins dump it into the Toro zone. Luke Malkasian in the far corner, leaves it for his brother Evan as that shot comes off the mask of Svedin as Ohannesen's now on it as Mahler takes over in the far corner off the skate of Jesse Yahala. Yahala works into the neutral ice. He has Jack Ohannesen. Ohannesen turns and fires one down towards Solomon, who leaves it for Melgren. Melgren up the far side. Lund couldn't keep it. Pinballs into the neutral ice. Now Lund has positioning, gets it free for Sprates, who sent one in, but a little bit wide right. Svedin was there nonetheless. Back out into neutral as Melgren had his dump in, deflected up into the air. Fleming gets there first. Comes into the near corner as Fleming was bodied away from the puck by Svantesson. Out in front, a weird hop off a stanchion shot, loose, and Svedin covers it up. That was almost disastrous for the Toros. It was coming around the boards in the corner, and the puck redirected straight out into the crease. My goodness, that was dangerous. Here, puck off the boards. As you see, it redirects right out in front. Svedin was tracking it around, and that's not the fault of Svedin by any stretch. That is just a weird hop. Gibbs takes it back beyond the goal line. Gibbs stops in the far corner, plays it back near side for Huber Clark. Clark looks up the ice off the skate of Williams to the far boards in neutral. Sprates can't keep it on his tape as Noah Gibbs will turn and drop it deep into the Bruins zone. Solomon guides it far side. Now moving up the wall is Beckwith. He finds Nathan Williams. Williams in on the right side, downhill wrap around the goal line. Huber Clark on his back. Clark able to wall him off on the half wall. Bruins took it away from the pile momentarily. Floats free beyond the goal line. Beckwith now controls for the Bruins into the skates of Paddington in the slot, but Huber Clark able to take it away. Clark up into neutral, hits the deck as he moved it into the Bruins zone. Bynum back off the stick of Hirschfeld as it comes beyond the goal line in the Toro zone. Gibbs plays it around the near side for Huber Clark. Clark can't jam it free from Lorenza. Hirschfeld now down to Lorenza on the goal line. Lorenzo working it in toward the crease as he'll now slap it around the boards for Mellgren. Mellgren shimmies it down the wall for Hirschfeld, walks in, shot blocked by Clark. Hirschfeld back on top of the zone. Mellgren tries, and it comes off the wall. Looked like it was going to come out in front. Lorenza on it, far corner. 3:30 to go in this one. That was sent around the boards. Now beyond the goal line, comes up on the near half wall. Mellgren shot blockered away by Lucas Svedin with 3:22 to play in the third period. Down by one. Every team is different. You wonder when Jack Solomon will break for the bench. Bruins getting a drop in the Toros' defensive zone. Solomon with his arms back across the crossbar. Doesn't look like he's going anywhere anytime soon. Evan Malkasian in to take the face-off against Jesse Yahala. Comes back for Adam Mahler. Mahler finds Ohanesen. Ohanesen flips it up into the air, comes down in the neutral ice. Turned around by Ludwig Mellgren. Mellgren into the Toros' near side. Shot blocked out wide right. Mahler picks it up far side with space, looking for Billy Batten. Batten angled away from the puck. Day down as Mahler works it back into the neutral ice, and then Adam Mahler laying a big hit on Trace Day. Fleming back around beyond the goal line for Billy Batten up the near side. Jesse Yahala. Yahala spins back into the Toro zone, looking to play keep away. 2:40 to go here in the third period. Deflected, but goes to Ty James. Pass out in front. Svedin wisely playing it to the corner as a defensive zone turnover almost caused trouble for the Toros. Deep into the Bruins zone, turned up the far side into the neutral ice for Lorenza. Lorenza fires one around the boards. Near side, picked up by Riley up to Williams at the point. Lorenza out in front, but he couldn't get one by Jordan Gibbs, blocking out in front of Lucas Svedin as the Toros ice the puck with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the third. Defensive zone turnovers have spelled disaster for the Toros as of late, as now Jack Solomon heads to the bench with 130 seconds to go in this game. Austin Bruins will have an extra skater. John Small's line out there. Gavin Middendorf already two. An empty netter would make it a hat trick, but Toros aren't thinking about that right now. They just want to get through these next 2 minutes and 10 seconds with the lead. Comes out, quick shot comes wide left. Riley with the opportunity for the Bruins. Near side kept in by Hirschfeld. Down to the half wall where Ian Spencer was putting in good work. Hirschfeld still has it up top. Lorenza shot through traffic, tipped out in front. And from the left wing, shot, save made, still loose. And Gavin Middendorf will knock it out into the crowd with 1:45 to go in the third period. My goodness, another couple of dangerous rebounds in the Toros zone. 105 seconds to try and lock this one up. Here's the long shot, but you're going to see back out in this crease. That looks to be Riley that whiffed on the rebound. Couldn't settle down a bouncing puck. Solomon back out between the pipes as the Toros control it off the draw. Fleming off the stick of Billy Batten. Comes deep into the Bruins zone. Malkasian gets there first, looks around far side, off the skids of Lorenza. Lorenza steers it back for Nathan Williams. 90 seconds to play. Williams starts up ice, looks across, off the skate of Malkasian. Yahala takes it back into the Bruins zone in front. Billy Batten. Batten went to the backhand, couldn't get it by Solomon. Back out in front as Billy Batten will play it deep beyond the goal line. Jack O'Hannesson turned away by Paddington as Riley leaves it back for Williams. Just a minute to go. Final minute brought to you by Northern Plains Equipment. Far side, Billy Batten into the neutral ice for Jesse Yahala as Solomon stays put. O'Hannesson comes forward with it, plays it down on Solomon. Solomon guides it back for Bynum. Bynum looks up. He's got Hirschfeld. 45 seconds to go. Solomon's coming for the bench. O'Hannesson gets it back, flips it up into the neutral ice. Bynum retreats down into the Bruins zone. John Small bearing down, gets it to Alex Lorenza. Lorenza into the neutral ice where it's fired around by Malkasian, down to Lucas Svedin. Svedin high off the glass, near side on the right wing, up for Ian Spencer. He has Gavin Middendorf. Middendorf, far side, into the empty net. It's a hat trick for Gavin Middendorf. The Toros are going to walk away from Game 1 in Austin victorious, thanks to Gavin Middendorf, who has all 3 goals this game for the Toros. That sends the fans packing here at Riverside Arena. Middendorf all alone in the neutral ice, and there's not much the Bruins could have done. They had opportunity after opportunity, but Lucas Svedin has been just too good. 10 seconds remain down in the Bruins zone. Reynolds near side, 6 seconds up to Day in the neutral ice. Day moves forward, rings it around the boards, and time will expire. The Minot Minotauros pick up a massive victory over the Austin Bruins. What a win as the Toros gain 2 points of separation between themselves and the Austin Bruins in the Central Division standings. Lucas Svedin making 50 saves on 51 shots. An absurd performance from the goaltender. And almost every night, you would expect that to become Svedin to become the #1 star of the game. But Gavin Middendorf with a hat trick as the Toros finish up a 3-1 win over the Austin Bruins. We'll send you out to break, and when we come back, we'll have the Farmers Union post-game show. Kobe Brault will be back alongside to help us wrap up what was a terrific night for the Toros here in Austin, Minnesota. Stay tuned.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Find your plan today. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue, carry on.
I am Melissa Mack, and I do collections and loans at Aspire Credit Union.
My name is Amy Rasmussen, and I am the Member Experience Coordinator at Aspire Credit Union.
I think it's very important to give back to our community to show that we care. I think that we're very good at showing our members we care, and they see us out in the community.
What I like most about working at Aspire Credit Union, it is very family oriented. We feel like one big happy family, and Aspire knows that your family always comes first.
I'll always remember when I first started. I showed up to work and my whole office was decorated in Mexican theme because I was going to be going to Mexico. I remember just being so shocked and so honored that they did that for me. I just think that's really special that Aspire allows us to develop those relationships with our coworkers.
We do a lot of fun things. We have the best potlucks ever. Kind of brings us together, and everyone just kind of helps each other out.
Aspire to more.
Back here with the Farmers Union post-game show. Evan Epstein alongside Kobe Brault, wrapping up what was a terrific performance from the Minot Minotauros, from Gavin Middendorf and from Lucas Svedin. Middendorf, 2 breakaway goals in the second period. Bruins had the response in the third on a 5-on-3. Bynum picks up the goal, but Gavin Middendorf would find the empty netter with 20 seconds to go.
I was looking for the Bruins goal to tie it, but let's just roll Middendorf's 2 breakaways because those were insane. Here we go. There it is.
And here's the first one. Ian Spencer intercepting the pass, defense leading to offense. You'll see it once again. Middendorf firing that one quickly, not necessarily overthinking it.
Right.
Just hammering one in on net.
And then here, once again, on the breakaway, fakes him out like he was going to do the same shot and holds it on his stick. I mean, the man is wait, where'd that go? There we go. I mean, the man's incredible. And when he's got the puck on his stick, it's like it's glued to his stick. It's crazy. The amount of hesitation that he has to draw goalies out all year long, I mean, you can't say enough about the kid. Can't say enough about Svedin either. Unbelievable.
Lucas Svedin faced 51 shots. He made 50 saves. And you look down the stretch, facing 20 in the third period. Kobe, I can't count the number of times where I said puck loose out in front tonight, because the amount of shots that were coming in, the Bruins did a very good job of screening up the puck, which Svedin still made the saves, but it forced rebounds, and they were just unable to do anything as
we're gonna
the Austin Bruins got goalied.
They got goalied, and they're not the first team to get goalied this season. And, you look at the goalie stats, and, Swedes at the top of the league in pretty much everything. But what's most impressive to me is the 37 games played. Only Tomas Anderson. I guess there's a couple guys that have more. A couple guys out east have played. Holy cow. Dude, Nalmeyer's played 42 games. That's unbelievable. But in the Central, only Tomas Anderson has more starts. But Swedes, I mean, you can't say enough about the guy. He stood on his head. Yeah, the Bruins got goalied. 50 saves, I mean, you can't ask for much more out of a kid.
Yeah, it's absolutely absurd. You mentioned the stats. Svedin coming into this game among qualified goalies. He was 4th in goals per game. But one of those goalies, I believe it's Ryan Cameron. I believe he's moved on from the NAHL.
Right.
So you look at active players in the NAHL, and Lucas Svedin would be 3rd there. Save percentage-wise, same thing. Ryan Cameron's atop the list, but Lucas Svedin right after him. That would move him first to save percentage, .9423. And, I mean, 49 on 50 would be 98%, so 50 on 51 I assume is something similar. just a little over.
As we have something that I did not think I would ever pull off here, but we got a live look in right now. The last 20 seconds in Bismarck and St. Cloud, and it's looking like this one's going to go into overtime, 4-4. So if St. Cloud can take that second point, Toros are 2 points back then, right? In that scenario.
And 2 points back is huge for the Toros because if you look to what might happen, right, the Bismarck Bobcats, if they pick up an overtime loss, and we are playing the what-if game here, but they would then be 2 points in front of the Toros with the same number of wins, which means if the Toros came back from those 2 points just on wins and no OT losses, the Toros would have the tiebreaker between themselves and the Bobcats. You keep it at 2 points, and you think realistically whoever comes away with more in that finals, well, you would need to come away with at least two more than the Bobcats in that final series of the season. But even picking up 1 point makes it so much more plausible.
Yeah, and I mean, we're going to get out of here very quickly tomorrow night because we have a very long drive home. But honestly, Evan, I got nowhere to be. I'm down to wait 1 more minute and at least give the fans the start of OT over there in Bismarck. I mean, obviously, if you got NATV, jump on, go right ahead, and flip over to that game. But, I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable night here at the Riverside. Exactly what you wanted to see out of the Toros after that very, very disappointing loss Saturday. You know, I mean, we were talking about it, biggest game of the year, and the Toros come through and deliver. It was Middendorf, it was Swedes, but it was really everybody. I mean, real playoff feel, guys just eating shots out front. Bruins did everything that they could, and it still wasn't enough. That's a back-breaking loss for the Bruins. You know they're going to come out hard tomorrow. But for tonight, Toros take over second place all by their lonesome.
Yeah, you said it best. That is a team effort, particularly defensively, even though you give up 51 shots, because that is not a number you want to give up, not a number of shots you want Lucas Vedin to have to face. But the amount of times that you saw Toros diving out onto the ice, taking pucks to their body, and popping up right away to get back on defense, there was no flinching on any of these stingers. Toros were ready all night long.
And we got some housekeeping to take care of, our interactive games. If you don't have the Toros Hockey mobile app, I'm not sure what you're up to, but you may as well just go download that right now. Our McDonald's Toros trivia winner was Mark Corey. How many Central Division regular season titles do the Toros have? The answer there, 2. And then the Four Bears over-unders winners, Tierra Connery. Tierra Connery's won that probably 6 times this year, I swear, on top of it. So make sure to grab those prizes next week at home. We are back at home next week against these same Austin Bruins with hopefully just as much on the line.
Kobe, I'm stunned that you didn't end up winning this one. We went under.
See, and this narrative, and I'm glad I'm on the post-game show to talk about this narrative that Ken Oda has created that I'm an unders guy. That's just fundamentally incorrect. Not my mantra at all, but I just go with the bit because it is pretty funny. It gets me every time.
But anyways, I mean, you think about that. We expected a low-scoring game here tonight, and that's exactly what we got, but maybe not for the reasons we thought we were going to get it. I think the expectation coming into this game was you would see low shots on goal on both sides because of the efforts defensively. And you look at what the Toros have done. It's Lucas Vedin, and offensively, the unit of Ian Spencer, John Small, and Gavin Middendorf. Should note that Billy Batten had one of the assists to Gavin Middendorf. Batten keeps his point streak going up to 13 games. Turning defense into offense is something that usually results in success.
Yeah, and that was the thing, right? The Toros, momentum firmly, I'd say neutral after that fight. I think Davin won the fight. I'm obviously a little biased, but, after that, everyone kind of settles in and, Bruins controlling the pace of play for most of the game, but those 2 breakaways were really the difference. As we got this live look in here on NATV, St. Cloud coming in. We'll run this down. Oh. Wow, what a save. All right, we'll run this down for like 1 more whistle. We can't be here all night. We got some dinner plans for sure, but I mean, final thoughts here, Evan, on this game right here. Can't stress enough how big of a win it was for the Toros, but like we said, team effort.
Team effort, biggest win of the season, and what this does, I think most importantly, is you play free tomorrow night. You get to come in tomorrow night knowing that you took the first 2 points on the road against the Austin Bruins. That frees you up, and I think you're going to see the Toros flying around on the ice. If you go on the road and take 4 here, and realistically you go back to Minot, and all you need to do to lock up that 2 spot is pick up another 2. That is unbelievably huge, but not to even get ahead of ourselves. Through 1 game, what a win. Tomorrow night to follow it up. I think the idea is to play a little more free. It was a little bit tight in the early minutes as we're
watching the Bobcats. You got tongue-tied.
As the Bruins got a lot of shots on Svedin. That's the one thing to clean up, but a 3-1 win, you can't complain against a team like this.
No, and for the Bruins, obviously, like I said, pushback's going to be very, very legitimate tomorrow. They are, they were tied with us for a reason going into tonight. It's definitely something that we're used to here in Austin. You get that Friday win, and Saturday they come out physical, they come out hidden. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a fight, to start tomorrow night too. Truthfully, I mean, Nichols probably out, Shaver probably out, so it'd probably be a guy like Dan Ramirez. But yeah, definitely going to be another intense battle here at the Spam Can Riverside Arena tomorrow night. And I, for one, can't wait. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. It's like a kid on Christmas. There's just good hockey all around the place. We're watching good hockey right now in Bizzo. Next whistle, we'll tap out here so we can go grab dinner. But live looking here on NATV, who'd have thought? There's an icing. Well, no, maybe not. Did they call it? Yeah, they did. All right. Yeah, let's wrap her up. But
that will do it here for us from Riverside Arena in Austin, Minnesota. For Kobe Brault, I'm Evan Epstein, sending you off one last time. Toros with a monumental 3-1 victory over the Austin Bruins. We'll be back same time tomorrow, 7:05 p.m. Central. It's going to be another terrific matchup. Make sure you're tuned in and have a fantastic rest of your evening.